What's happening, everybody? Eagle Eye Crew, first edition of Red Brick Secrets with our melted reality. Hopefully, it won't be pulled by me, the plug of the stream. Just kidding. What's happening, everybody? Eli, Frederick, James in the house. Quantum Meltology. What's happening, Dean?
Hey, Mark.
How you doing, brother?
Oh, doing great now. Getting to jump in with you, dude. Awesome stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm in the background. Don't worry, guys. I'm in the background.
Spartan's just chilling out, hiding.
Yeah, I'm hiding. I'm incognito tonight. I'm in and out. I'm in and out of the chat tonight. I'm in and out of the stream tonight. Have fun, guys. Dean, mind that finger.
I got to mind mine too.
Anyway, have a good stream, guys. I'll catch you in a while. I won't tell you when I'm coming back, but I will be back.
Right on.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you soon, man.
Yeah, brick love.
Brick love.
Brick love, yeah.
Spartan the man. Which, by the way, he thank him so much for this and just for this stream. Just telling everybody, about meltology and letting anybody with evidence come on and talk about meltology. Anybody can do it. It's just give them a holler in the email or message somebody. We'll get you on. We can even put it up on the stream while we're streaming. So, how's your day been, man?
Real good. Typical work day. Got in, no problems. Got some research in and landed here. So, topping it off with a perfect day.
Heck yeah. How's the computer working?
Better now. I kind of did I did some stuff that was advised to me, and it seems to be working good for now. So I feel confident, man. I feel like you're gonna have a great stream, Mark.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks for hanging out too.
Oh, you bet.
What's happening, Knowledge? By the way, check his channel out, Knowledge.
Right.
Also, the groups, Facebook groups. Make sure if you haven't, go to Mountains Are Melted Brick Buildings. Also, Melted Brick University. That Spartan also started a ways back. If you haven't seen Tartarian Meltdown documentary, Yoakum's great documentary. Love that guy to death. Deborah, the Red Brick Chick, definitely check her out. And Shapu, Research My Research. One of my main men over there at Mountains Are Melted Brick Buildings that he created. So,
right on.
Anyway, getting the house cleaning done. See the Quantum. What's up, Quantum? Quantum's always there. Knowledge is always there. James is always there. Odin, Eli, just red brick soldiers.
Yeah, all of them.
So,
you bet.
So yeah,
hey, Mark, I'll control the chat today for you if you want, and you do your thing. It's up to you. It's your show, your stream, bud.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
All help is needed.
Yeah, got you covered.
Yeah. Got to keep these guys entertained for showing up every day, just about it. Yeah. So, I guess what I was going to say. So this is my first. I'm not going to do memes. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do yet. Close to. I've got a few ideas for my future streams, but I do have a few memes actually with my evidence, but it's just a handful.
Oh, cool.
So, we can get straight into the evidence, or we can. Do you have anything to show, I guess, today, Dean? Or?
Well, of course, yeah, you bet. I've got some stuff to show, Mark. Just giving a shout out to the crew, mods out there. Be alert, pay attention to what's going on in the page, in the comments. We're taking off fast. We got a lot of brilliant people coming in. Spartan's giving Mark, James, and I the chance to do what we do, and there's like Mark just mentioned, grab the link, come in. If you got stuff, come in, show some stuff, and you can get out. So that's the way to get it introduced to this, and that's how we carry on with it. So that's all I got, Mark, for that. If you want to get right into evidence, we can do that. You want me to kick some off, or do you want to go through a few?
Sure, man. Go for it. Yeah.
Okay, so then you'll have the chat.
Yeah, I got it.
Right on.
Yeah. Hope everybody's doing all right out there. Hell, it rained about 20,000 inches here last night. I had to get the canoe and get out of here and go to work this morning.
You're right down by the coast, aren't you?
Well, I'm about 4 hours from the coast. Yeah. I'm middle Alabama, pretty much. Well, north middle, I guess, or central. Yeah.
All right. There I go.
There you go.
Right. Who's got devices on?
I don't have mine on.
All I got's this.
That might have been my kids outside hollering.
All right. Well, we did see a half-naked man walk behind you, Mark.
Yeah.
I didn't want to pull it up for you, but I did see a half-naked man walk behind you. I thought it was most funny.
Yeah.
I burst out laughing. I had to just...
Yeah, that's my son.
You can pull him up on that later.
Man. He's gonna go
right. We up?
Yeah, man. Good to go.
I'll tell you what, Dean, you're sounding good tonight, and your picture's crystal clear. Whatever you did to that laptop, it worked. And you know what? I hope it was my advice.
Well, most certainly.
I'm calling you, Dean, for advice on the tech.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well, I
you
just started talking to it nicer, and it just started reacting better.
Oh, there you go. You can't finger it like you finger a lady. Yeah, well, you can. You have to be gentle.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Sorry, I'm being naughty. I'm a naughty boy. I'm a naughty boy.
Am I here? I'm still
you're
here.
there. Yeah, Spartan's in and out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That Spartan. I'm going to pan out here and see again what we got a top of a melted building. I would, it follows around. They got a road access to it, as we see. On this side, it's more depth. The darker the water here. On this side, we have more shallow, the clearer. We can see the melt down here. Cooked out at this rim, following all this path around. Right in here, we have some kind of anomaly, and it wraps around and comes back out. Slight vegetation, some C14 left in there, enough to grow what it is. We'll just focus in on the anomaly here that comes out.
That looks like a walkway.
Yeah,
Where you
sure does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The walkway. And can you just go down in the picture? Just pull the picture up. Pull the picture up. Let me see, Snake. Come here, keep going. Right, keep going. Right, stop. Now go to the left. Keep going left. Don't pull the picture, just move your hand. Left.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, you can, let go of the picture and just move your hand left.
Yeah.
Keep going. Stop. What is that circular thing there? See, it's like a circular thing.
Yeah.
Circular wall, top of a circular tower, maybe that's melted. It's definitely circular.
Little contrast bump.
And it's definitely it's definitely melting into the water. Well, the water's come up, but it's definitely melted downwards.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a smaller one above that as well. If you keep going, pull the picture down there. Keep going. No, there's that. Stop. Zoom out. A couple of touches. Right, stop. Now, where your hand is, go downwards to the right, and you see another circular thing there. Right there, yeah.
Yeah.
Fred said it might be sinkhole. I don't think so. There's grass growing in it.
Yeah, this has got something.
It's got vegetation growing on the top.
Contrast bump.
Mm-hmm.
It's got structure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we know these are just bits of building, so
Right.
It's not surprising that there's structure. But those were quite noticeable. If you look, they're quite noticeable. Those circular, the tops of those circles, they're very noticeable. Anyway, carry on, mate. Don't worry about me.
Oh no, that was fun. Very fun. Out here, we got like the cooked out on the rim, and then it goes down a little deeper, and this you got the melt. Settle it down this way. But I think you're right, Spartan. That's a walkway.
Yeah.
Mark, you got anything you want me to bump in on this?
No, I'm good on that one.
Okay. We've seen these.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah. Devastation.
Just
Obvious
that rock.
foreground. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
Break it down, Mark. Check that out.
I mean, just huge rock curtain come out over that building. I mean, so obvious right there. Brick lines, melting on itself, the building. And all that in the background is just completely melted to dog shit.
Yeah. Arch feature. Balloon rock blocking. This is leaning this way. This line goes this way. Face of this goes this way, leaning back into the melt.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Got a big block line right below here. See that?
Mm-hmm.
And this. You could go pareidolia on this one.
Oh yeah.
We won't dally.
It's a Titan joint.
Spartan showed a few of these the other night. I thought this one was cool.
Yeah, that place is crazy. That road.
Yeah. Obvious lines everywhere. All over. Cooked out. Still got a lot of C14 in it.
I mean, that's almost like a 90-degree turn where that bus is going. Looks like.
Right.
Yeah, they must. I don't know.
They got to cut it sharp at the end there, pull it that way.
Yeah. They probably got their chisels and made it wider.
Yeah, exactly. This is the San Andreas Fault, as they call it. High elevation, high altitude pig. Just zooming in a little bit here. Just bringing it up here, and we're going to just follow it for a second. Bump the contrast on it a little bit to bring out features. You know what we're looking for. You know what we see. A-frames. Obvious melt. Flow out this way. Got this division here, obvious.
James said, James in the house. Oh, what'd I do with it there?
Hey, brother.
He says, don't punch it. It costs him 200 big ones.
Yeah.
Your computer. So.
Right. Yeah, don't want to do that, man. But, just following it, I was just picking out, just looking for features. We see them, A-frames, the melt here. Boom, we'll pull in on a few of them real quick just to do this thing. Center. Looking at them, we're melt this way, melt this way, melt this way, melt this way, melt down. We've got aperture in there on a big scale. Indentations, they go in, maybe they meet, maybe there's so-called caves, whatever up in here. I'm sure there are.
I'm sure.
This side, look at this melt uniformity here. Mm-hmm. Follow this line. My cursor doing okay, Mark?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. We follow this line, which is a road, I'm sure, down, but everything to the right of it. Look at the uniformity of the A-frame structures. Structure.
Yeah.
We'll come on the other side.
And all so much the same, it's just nature doesn't do that. It's buildings. They're all so the same everywhere.
Now, this is on a huge scale, but look what we're looking at right here. This whole right side in here. We see this this is the macro level. Then we see it on the less macro level, apertures, lines. See that line coming down in here. Center pick. Got our melt flow. See flow. It's flowing. What's this? In the middle here. Mm-hmm. Looks like, I won't go in too much further because of pixelation, but we got depth. We got obviously different formation than the rest of everything around it.
Yeah. Looks straight lines in there.
Exactly. See this line here? Along this dark edge. We bring it down. We got depth in here. we come this way back up and we come into here. Look at this aperture right here in the center pick.
Yeah.
I won't dally too much. I'm just playing. Bumping the contrast just a little bit. Maybe too much, but you see it. It's different than the melt around it. And of course it carried this
Right,
way.
yeah.
But we follow this all the way down. See how we have the conformity of this row on the left side?
Mm-hmm.
And then different over here. We have different
Yeah.
structure, different things. Get rid of that so I can do this.
Like it was slightly hotter on the right side and melted the buildings a little more.
Right, exactly. And speaking of hot, look at the melt right up here. Dripping. And this is inside. Even with the melt, I'm looking at maybe some kind of a feature that come up this way. See a band arch to this piece here coming this way. It flows to this, even though it's melting down this way. Column down here. Goes all the way down, of course, attached to all this down. Look how far down this goes in.
I forgot what we're looking at. What were we looking at?
Hey, careful. Chicks and bricks. James's Dean's favorite, chicks and bricks.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Shipu come out with that, and I was like, oh, all right, on.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
You was right on the right. Nice one.
Look at this up here, straight line here coming up. It's in the meltdown here. Cooked out over this side. Porous. This gets very hot. Over here, dripping.
Drippy, drippy.
Yeah. I like these. We've covered this recently. I just like to break these down because they're so obvious. Most don't see them, but we do. Melted buildings. See it. Straight edge here, A-framing down. This is the side here. We see it. I'm just going to move on, but I just like these shots. It just shows that.
I like that huge aperture to the left, or that archway. Sorry, not aperture.
Yeah.
To the left, right. Keep going. Oh, you disappeared.
I'm right here.
Right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge archway.
Yeah. I mean, look at that.
What's that doing there?
Yeah.
It's a mountain. What's a mountain need an archway for?
Yeah.
Oh my. Odin says puff puff. Email past. There's no chance of that. I'm quite selfish with the spliff, mate. Sorry.
Speaking of archways.
Yeah.
How many? How many archways can you count?
And, these are really cool to break down with the heat differentials. A lot of these picks that you grab like this, I see that they're great picks that they have a lighter content to them. And that's why I like to mess with the contrast. And if you're out there bumping with the evidence and stuff, play with it because, it brings out the material more when you just make it a little bit darker. It takes away that. Gets you more realistic how much C14's in here, what's more cooked out. You can see the definition and rubble and all that stuff.
Yeah. Excellent pick.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
Churning red bricks.
Yeah.
Very hot. See, they've gone white. So very hot.
Yeah,
Can't
compared
afford
to
to
the
get cooked
bottom
out.
left.
Yeah, can't fault he's been cooked out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
That coral look to that brickwork as well.
Jesse Electro.
All those smooth stones you see towards the front, they call, if that was in the creek, they call it like river rock or creek rock or whatever.
Yeah.
They're all smooth, but just X Factor brick.
Yeah, they've got all different categories for red brick, haven't they? So
Yeah, they do.
if you saw, I put it in my video.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Slap red bricks on there because that's what it is.
Yeah.
Fucking shell and this and shingle and all this bollocks. It's all just different sizes of melted red brick. That's all it is.
Exactly.
Yeah. They got about 50,000 names for one thing.
Exactly, and they're adding to that list daily.
Yes.
Out in the boonies. Yes, hit. We've seen them. Heat differentials, arch, sunk down into the melt. Yeah. I'm sure this one's been shown, but
That's a good one.
Yeah, James
like
has shown it.
yeah,
I've shown it.
yeah. But it's just like they're dancing, they're doing tricks. Look at them.
Yeah, it's the red bricks, the red brick parade.
Yeah. Out in the middle of nowhere on the side. Look at that. This is up on a up elevation. Everything down under here is melted red brick. This is a remnant. What used to be there.
Yeah.
Something.
Where your hand is right there. Yeah, there you go. Zoom it in. It's like squared right above it. Right to your left of your hand. You're right on it. Yeah. What is that? That's
an impression. Brick used to be there. Something expanding out though. See, there's an aperture here, and you got an expansion here.
it might have slid down with below your hand. That piece right there might have actually slid down. Definitely melted brick.
It would have affected this here. See a straight line here, and then it wraps up here. But we have a separation. See this line in here?
Yeah.
Follow it up. See how it's still separating?
Mm-hmm.
I would say that this is an aperture, and this is getting closed out. It's flowing out this way, as we always see. I don't know, Spartan, what do you think? Oh,
He's muted.
okay. That's just my eyes. Crew, what do you think? Throw it out there. Let Mark see it. What do you think?
Yeah. Very possible.
This is just a fraction of what used to be here. Everything else is gone. It's downhill.
I mean, half of it's what they call a mountain.
You know, there would have been obvious expansion like that, and then this thing just fall in.
Yeah.
As we've seen over and over. Yeah. Big balloon rock block, and I'm sure this one's been hit too. I'm just picking out
Balloon rock party there.
Yeah. Big balloon rocking, but you look up here on this left, you got this more block, real thin block. Really, it's, you know, compared to these huge, bigger blocks. But you got your lines, you got vertical lines here too, cooked out in spots. Yeah. Lines.
Just total devastation.
Yeah. Again, like to play. Let's go see what we can see. The hell is that? There we go. ghost apps.
Yeah.
Arch feature here. Column here.
Mhm.
See it more bumped with contrast a little bit. This goes down and this is expanded around it.
Yeah.
See that? Straight line,
Yeah.
aperture comes down, and then you got this expansion around it here, and then it follows down.
Yeah, that's great. You got a circle right there above your hand.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. That will,
A ghost app in a ghost app.
yeah.
I mean, that's what we're seeing. Look.
Yeah.
See these slits, these apertures here from what this was, and then like Mark pointed out, this circle here from what this is.
Mm-hmm.
See, column here. Look, column. Arch here. See, arch.
Yeah, that's
Arch.
great.
Arch. Column.
Again, mountains don't have columns and archways and steps, and windows.
Could gander all day on these, but we'll bump along.
What's up, Yoakum? He just is in the house.
Hey, Yoakum.
What's up, brother? Thank you for sharing my video today, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yoakum.
We've seen these, kind of a darker pig, but block rock, scorching, cooked out, electrified. Again, some oldies but goodies. C14 loaded, apertures, 4 of them, boom, 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 inside here. Rock curtaining over up here, massive weight, just pressing down hard.
Yep.
Over here, the same thing. Heat differentials, the heat coming from the bottom up. You can see it in the color.
Yeah.
Obvious structure down here. These lines, you got columns in here. You've got all kinds of things in here. You can pick them out. We've seen them before. Look how these are the same here. Here. Come over here. Got the ballooning kind of shapes here.
Yeah, and right, go up a little bit with your hand, all the way up. Right, up, right there. You got some apertures, a couple of them right there in that little structure.
Yeah. You can see the detail on this one. Look at this structure here. Look at this. Boom.
Yeah.
And then the one behind it. You can see it sinking into the melt. We see these on flat level, these shapes all the time.
Yeah.
Sinking down into the melt. Obvious, all that up there, same thing. Lines everywhere. This is structure. It's obvious. It's obvious, geologists. Yeah.
Love that pic.
No bill like that.
No.
Remnants, shards, the tops of melted buildings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brick right here, of course.
Red bricks, red bricks. I need to get.
Love to see them in the mix. Love to see them in the
Like
mix.
yeah, I like to see red bricks. Listen, you stop stealing my shit.
Been hanging around you too much.
Right. Yeah, I'm telling you now. Stop stealing. That's one of mine, but baby. That's one of mine.
I'm sure it is.
Well, you've
Brilliant.
been in my vault. You've been in my fucking vault, haven't you? I would have told you, hand the keys back.
That's why his computer's been so slow. He's been.
I know. It's filled up with all my shit. Yeah. Thank you very much, Steve. Oh, don't. It makes me laugh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you. Because it was my picture, I'll give it.
Oh, right on. I'm sure we'll be doing this again because these these are.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's all good because to find that picture anyway, you had to do research.
Oh yeah, I was digging.
You had to.
Yeah.
So it's all good, and someone else sees it and pulls it up and exposes it again. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have to continue to show the same pictures. I mean, because people don't see them, especially if they're new to the stream.
Right.
Well, this is why I do my videos now because, if you're on the stream, some people won't sit there and watch the stream all the way through. They might watch a bit here and a bit there, and not watch it all the way through and miss the evidence. Whereas, I'm trying to hone it down now to sort of get to about the 20-minute mark. 20-minute video, perfect vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can sit there watching that 20-minute video and be blown away.
Yeah. It's just like a 30-minute show with commercials.
Yeah,
20 minutes.
And jokes. Oh, ghost apertures, I see you. Yeah.
Everywhere.
See him in the melt.
I'll tell you what, folks. After a while, you sometimes you think your eyes are playing tricks on you, but they're not. You're honing in on ghost apertures and minute traces of brick and all the other shit that happens to these buildings. But you start to pick it out easier and easier as time goes by. Like in the background, there's as your man would say, was it horseshoe magnets?
Yeah,
horseshoe magnets and towers in the back there.
Yeah.
Now we see this huge stuff here, but what I was just zooming in on is right here. Look at this center pick. Got all this mess here. We're just going to start bumping in, and you start seeing it go down into the melt. Look at this. Pick out the apertures in here.
Yep, apertures included.
Depth right here. Look at this dark spot here, dark spot here, dark spot here, dark spot here, highlighting this corner pocket. See that? These are structures. These are apertures. These are blown out, cooked out, but they've still got the form to them. They're just going down into the melt.
There's a whole heap of fucking apertures there. My eyes are just everywhere.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about when I said the horseshoe magnets. They're there.
Then we come out over here. We got this shadow line here, but let's come out over here. Look, we've got apertures in the melt. It's just above. This is sinking down. This is in the flow going coming down this way. It's right there. Apertures everywhere.
What's up, human? After all, in the house.
Yo, buddy. What a guan in, Mr. Human. After all, what a guan in. Hope you're okay, mate. Great to see you. Great to see you.
Another one Spartan showed the other night, just real cool. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Cooked out, of course. We know what it is.
Everything's on top of melted buildings. Everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like this. Upward angle shot, scorching. White cooked out of C14 on the whole thing. You got enough for maybe some lichens to grow, some shrub grass, but just a fraction of what used to be there.
I'll tell you what, guys, it's just so nice to have a stream without any R2D2 in and shit. It's just
I know, man.
Yeah.
I just made that observation quickly.
I know it.
Been
before
nice.
it all goes fucked up.
Yeah. When you brought
Like
it
you
up,
stream or something, you know.
It won't be me fucking up, will it? Guys, it's you know, my sense of humour is funny like that. I'm still thinking about the other night. It's just great.
Whatever you do, don't say StreamYard.
I'm not gonna.
you're not even going to mention that.
Forget about StreamYard, mate.
Column. Inside apertures. Look at the depth in here between this piece and this piece. In between here. Balloon it out. Maybe an aperture here, fill it out. Not sure. But we got a lot of detail here. You can pick out the, this is the expanding out from behind it, coming out, cooking it. You got this bubbling effect, these straight lines that get flowed over, These are the things we're looking for. Blocking, balloon rock. We're looking for.
Oh, apertures. I see apertures everywhere.
Yeah. Get your eyes
Think of it like
turned.
this. Think of it like this. You're looking at this picture. Now go back. Go. Zoom at how you had it before.
Right here?
No, zoom how you had it before, so you see all the building.
Oh, okay.
Right. Stop there. Now think of it as tower blocks. Tower blocks melted, and all the windows are all melted and buckled down, and that's exactly what you got there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All
It was up
leaning
here.
back. Yeah, all leaning back on it to each other and leaning. It's obviously the top is leaning backwards, as you can see, because it's got an angle to it.
And if you cook, if it was cooked just a little more, that's all around me. All these hills that are, half and half with grass on top of it or whatever. And you'll go like 50 feet up and it looks exactly like that.
Yeah.
Because everything underfoot is melted building.
Yeah.
Exactly. And look at the color differentials from this. We got this lighter color, and then in the middle here is just, you still got a lot of red C14 in here. It's getting ate up this way. It just sank and stopped at this state where it didn't go all cooked out. Mm-hmm. Kept its apertures and form.
It got to that state, and then the heat dissipated, the electrical charge dissipated, and it densified.
Yep. Left us with that.
Mm.
Then the boonies. Sorry for the tags and didn't see it.
Yeah,
I like the
pick.
Look, that's how you do it. You don't let anyone know about it, and then you just zoom it before anyone realizes.
Well, I was just bobbing and weaving, man.
Yeah, I hope you're starting to understand the game, Dino. You can get away with it, but you didn't have to say nothing. You could have just said,
my bad.
No, you're not bad, but
You'd be sneaky about it.
You're still getting a red card. I like to tease him. That's what it is.
It's fun.
It is. Oh, popcorn bricks.
Wow. I mean, look at the melt. We've seen this, but look at this particular arch here. And you got this straight line coming in and 90 degree down here in this space. It's melting, expanding into itself, breaking this arch flow. Look at the bottom.
Fred says, wonder why it's all red. Can it be because it's all red bricks? That's too obvious. That's too obvious. Can't be that. It's got to be Titan blood. That's what it, hemoglobin. Titan hemoglobin did it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
See, these were going to go cuberty. You got your lines coming here, heat coming from the bottom up.
Mm-hmm.
And it hit here. Red brick down in here. Look at the blocking right there. Aperture.
Red. Bricks. It's all red bricks. Just different.
All this just went.
Yeah.
along a path somewhere in the boonies.
Yeah, middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Just real quick. Drippy, wet, balloon rocking in there. Here's your so-called river rock.
Yeah.
Viscous.
It's done by erosion. Water erosion did it.
Hmm.
Can't see any water anywhere, but water did
Yeah.
it.
Yes, water did this too.
Yeah. That's it. Start talking all kind of madness. Like there was a high sea level 20,000 years ago, and
Yeah.
bullshit. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah, they'll drop
crazy.
that, 100,000 years ago it was flooded or, just underwater.
Yeah, underwater, and then it turned into an ice age as well at the same time. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it froze all those buildings too.
Here's stairs.
Stairs to nowhere. Brick lines, cracks. It's incredible. Viscosity up there in the centre is you guys know I like a bit of viscosity, mate. Yeah, that is like that's like Hugh Hefner in the play bunny room, mate.
It's very interesting. We see this straight line up top here. This is the top. We don't see any further expansion here, knowing that this was a separate from this. This was alongside it and it expanded over it, but leaving this gap in here, wrapping around it. Very, very interesting.
Fred
That is solid.
Fred says Ice Age, what a fucking acid trip bullshit lie.
Oh, this is a rendition. This is a fucking cartoon.
No, that's in Australia. It's not a rendition. That's real. I've got other pictures of that place.
This
That's
guy's
real.
real.
It's real. A Kangaroo Island or something it's called.
Those
Something
guys
Yeah,
look
like Australia.
cartoonish. They look cartoonish to me.
No, it's not. It's real. In fact, I looked through there. I think it was yesterday. I was looking.
I've seen these, but these guys just kind of. I believe I've seen these, but these guys just kind of look animated to me. I don't know. It's weird.
Why
Maybe
would
it's
you
the
bother?
redness and the contrast.
Yeah. Why would you bother putting animated people in there? It's just a picture of
I
two
don't know.
pieces of
People are
fucking
fucking crazy.
mountain
man.
rock. It's
Yeah.
picture two mountain rock for all intents and purposes. They don't know it's building. You know, you can't identify it as building unless you're Eagle Eye Crew or meltologist.
Like this.
You know, it's obvious. They're not going to worry about faking stuff like that, mate. They've got far too much money invested in swimming pools.
Yeah. No rock.
They've got to hire out every Olympic sized swimming pool in the Western Hemisphere, mate. to make these space movies that they're making.
Yeah.
You know, this CGI shit. It's crazy. Sorry, Dean, carry on, mate.
Oh, no, you're good, man. Arch, of course. You've seen this melted lines, viscosity.
Cookie dough is fucking butter.
Yeah.
That Ice Age thing reminds me when I was in high school. That's the one thing I was like, are y'all kidding me? Okay, so ice carried this rock thousands of miles away, and then that's why it's not the same rock as what's here. And that's what they told us. Like, that's the biggest shit I've ever heard.
Of course. But because they've got letters after their names, and they've been to mighty prestigious schools of learning, you're badgered into believing this shit or that shit. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's lucky for us now
down.
that the blinkers are off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
Is that trying to go slanty cubits?
Mm-hmm. just crazy up in here, and then outside here the scorching and just
It's mad because you got it just shows you the different states of matter there, because
Right.
in the arch itself is mosaic. Around the edge of the arch it's blocky, and then you've got cubits forming inside the arch.
Yeah.
And then you've got churning all the way around the arch in
Yeah.
the bricks.
Yeah.
So the X Factor was certainly having to doing the fandango there, mate.
Oh yeah. A little snow covered, but X factored. We've seen these before. We've got some detailing here, but just hit block the usual suspects, scorching.
Yeah. Again, just compare the right to the left. You can see them. The more melt on the
Yeah.
left than the right.
Yeah,
More heat.
exactly. An island or the top of a melted building.
I choose
I'd
B.
go with the latter.
Yeah.
But looking down on it, we know what we're looking at. This is the top of a melted building, and it's it is sinking down into the melt. We see the rim here, the tops with the vegetation on it. The lighter color, more shallow. And then we get into the deep, the darker blue. We're just looking. I think we got some cloud cover there, but we're just looking at this here. Coming around here. Let's dive in a little bit. Now we're looking down into the water. Here, aperture's down here. See, it's in the shallows. Yeah. Comes back up here and connects above the water. This is sank. Come back in here. The top of this rim is, C14 vegetation. Down here, brick ash just cooked. You can see it. It's white.
Can you go to the edge of the green on the left-hand side of that? What it looks to me like a huge arch.
It's horse.
On the bottom.
of
Of the horseshoe to the bottom.
Yeah.
The bottom left-hand corner of the horseshoe. That's the right-hand corner. There's something there as well on the right, but on the left, what's
Right
that there? Don't zoom it.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
Back out.
Just no, leave it, and just move your hand up slightly to your left. Stop.
Yeah.
To your left. Down. Boom. What's that?
Yeah. Aperture.
Fucking big one if you look at the size of the horseshoe. It's fucking enormous.
Yeah. Huge.
And you come over here and you got straight line. It's faint, but see this straight line that comes up here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got right side, left side. Sank down into the melt. This is going down into the melt.
Yeah. That might have been a complete circle, that structure. And it's just sinking down.
Big aperture. Smaller ones.
But we do see the remnants of these buildings in this circular fashion.
Yeah.
With the centers caved in or filled in, or
Which is exactly what we would expect to see.
Yeah.
With the evidence that we go through. So I like these island shots of these melted buildings out in the middle of the ocean shots. They tell us so much. I can't get away from it. I got to do it. Down here to the bottom. You can see they've got this is
I
happening.
just want to remind you, Dean, it's not a 6-hour show tonight, by the way. Mate.
Okay. I'll bump it.
He's doing the professor one again.
But just see how it
Sorry,
follows.
I'm playing
That was
with you, mate.
structured. No, I'll go through quick, Spartan. You're right. I'm dialing.
Are you excited because
he's excited because it's not fucking being thrown out. He's not being thrown out, so he's getting excited. He thinks, "Oh, I'm going to extol myself a little bit more." But I'm not doing a 6-hour show. I'm telling you, Mark might.
Colorado River.
I wouldn't make it.
Oh, the wife will kill you, mate.
Yeah, she would.
I know that. I could tell that, right? James says, great stuff, melted mess everywhere. Exactly, James. How you doing, mate? Everything's all right. All right. I hope Baby Eagle's cool, and hopefully you might be able to turn in tonight if you can get in.
Can you guys see this arch right here? Half buried arch.
Oh yes.
Got the straight line here. And ghost apps. See them. Wall maybe coming down here. Something. See this little snake coming down this way?
Mm-hmm.
Climbing up. Look. 90-degree here. This is the brick block here. Rock curtain coming over it. Taking this chunk with it right here.
Keep going up. Go up. No, don't zoom. Just go up with your hand.
Oh, just up.
Stop.
Okay.
Yeah. Stop. Two apertures then. That looks like a dome above it. In the melt. That's what it looks like to me anyway. But use your magnifier and tell me. Oh no. The chair. It's the chair. It's the chair. I am Nancy says hello a little late.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like a dome.
James
Still out
Rhodes
there.
for a phone call. He'll be try to be in here.
I see it. I see that. Yeah.
And we
the
can-
top of that looks very rounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Right here.
It looks very, very rounded. It's a great big one, anyway.
Yeah. And so much more above it. I mean, we can climb up. Look at this right in here. Look at this, right? Look at this cooked out piece here. Look at the straight lines right here.
Yeah.
Nice. James says, Brick love and positive vibes with all, as always, James. Even Big Jimmy's in the house tonight, I think. I saw Big Jimmy in the house. So a big shout out to Big Jimmy, hasn't been in for a long while. Also, a big shout out to FaceType. I ain't seen him for a while. And who else? Mike Davino, if you're watching.
Hey, Mike.
Okay, mate.
I'll do a few more and then I'll toss it over. We did one like that. Because I could go on all night.
Well, you can always come back in and do some more.
Yeah. But anyway, I'll finish out with this one real quick. I love it. We've seen it. Just nuts.
I mean, you're telling me that's a place someone's got to walk. You're crazy.
Yeah.
You can't fucking walk there. You've got to constantly looking at the ground.
Yeah.
In case you trip over something and then you end up falling over the side.
Yeah.
And these are all buildings.
Of course.
That was fun.
Which is what makes why it makes Muzoji easy for us, because we understand everything is melted buildings that you're walking on, that you're climbing up, and all the rest. It's all melted buildings. So it makes it very easy concept. You know?
Great stuff, Dean. Great stuff.
Well done. Come back in and show some more in a while.
Sure.
Dino, because I know you got days and days worth probably.
We got a few.
Especially from the other night when you couldn't. I know he's just annoyed because he couldn't show his evidence. So
Well, you're
I'd be
absolutely
annoyed as
right.
well.
I dove into the evidence and just lost my mind into it and forgot about them.
Yeah. Well, don't worry about that, mate. There'll be plenty more opportunities to be exposing yourself.
Do it anytime you want.
Just anytime you want, just make sure your hands are in the air like this. We want the hands in the air like this. You know what I mean?
Love you, Fred.
Well, Mr. Mark, I put 2 new videos up today. And I didn't know which set of evidence to show you tonight. So I just chose one. The first one I put, because some people might not have seen it yet. So shame on you. I work hard to do these videos and you should be watching them straight away.
The minute it comes out.
The minute it lands, your notification bell should be on.
Yeah.
And subscribe. I need a new generator, don't forget.
This past
Now, I'm only playing. It's just jokes because I'm quite nervous being a guest. You know, I ain't been a guest for a while. You know,
Oh, you're not a guest.
But, if our man Marcus Aurelius will allow me to, I will show some evidence.
Of course.
Because really, what we want is we want Mark to close the show because it's his show. He has to close the show.
Yeah.
So we've all got to get in before you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will show the Spartan View Part 5.
Cool.
Even though Part 6 is already out. That's how I roll. I made sure I dropped Part 6 tonight in case I showed the pictures.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. That's and if you don't know people, for obvious reasons, I've had to change my format. Normally, any evidence I gather during the day, I show that night. But now, what I do now is I put them in videos, put the video out first, so that the evidence is already out there. Then I show the pictures, for obvious reasons. We won't say what they are. You should already know them. So yeah, this is the Spartan Red View. It's just my take on meltology. It's just the way I do it is I have a cornucopia of evidence, and then it's like a kaleidoscope of different degrees of damage. So you may see 3 pictures or 4 pictures the same. You may only see 1, but what you will see will challenge your way of thinking, because that's what meltology should be doing.
Yeah,
you know, it should be challenging your way of thinking. Yeah. I'm frozen at the moment, guys. Hang on. That's it. Now I'm back.
Yeah.
You're good now. Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me share you.
While you're setting up, I'm going to go grab a coffee. I'll be right back.
All right, mate. Let's try and share again.
We'll be here.
I'm still trying to share, mate. Maybe it's me being the crazy tonight. Maybe StreamYard's trying to kick me off. Oh, come on. I just shared. Where's the share button box then?
You want me to walk you through it?
Mate, no.
Okay.
No, don't you even think about all of that, mate. Let me just don't touch any. Just don't touch any buttons. Right, there's the share box. There we go.
Yep, it's coming.
Yeah, it's just being a bit slow for some reason. Here we go. Tell me if you win.
All right, it just popped up. It's white.
It's been a bit slow. Mine's been a bit slow. It's been all right all day, no problems. Now I want to share. Give me problems. Can you see this?
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah.
Here we go then. You back, Dino?
I am. Yeah.
Fantastic shot, by the way. I love this pic. Yeah.
Look at that.
Again, it's my take on meltology. You can't look for the standard as evidence. The evidence is everywhere in every form, in every shape, in every fashion. You have to be able to recognize it. How long, when this was built, who built it, is of no concern to me because it's all lies. All my concern is that is a melted building. It's a fucking amphitheater. It's an amphitheater on the fucking side of a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's quite clear that it's been melted and sunken down.
Oh yeah.
All right, come on.
Obvious.
I'm having a little few jitters here with this laptop. Hang on a second. It's giving me the I want to fuck about scenario.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's no bother. I'll just can't go out and come back in again. I won't. It's just, why are you telling me you're loading? You shouldn't have to load. It's the next picture. I hate it. You know, it just drives me bananas.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It gets me going. Let's try again. Right. Right, excuse me, I have to go back and find it now. What a cunt. Oh man, because I took it off, but I thought I made it small, but I didn't. I got rid of the page.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. So now I've got to wait. And it's already
Fred says
already.
Ice Age Spartan.
I'll tell you what, this fucking laptop will be in the Ice Age. No problem all day now. I'm getting problems. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Stop being an
Cabal
arsehole.
crap tech. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course it is. It must stop calling out their name and start being complimentary to them. Then you won't have no fucking issues. This is bullshit. What's going on here? Even in my pictures, it's going so slow.
Yeah, mine
Dean,
has
have
done.
you fucking posted your laptop disease onto me?
Hey man, there's
Because
No.
you've already been in my fucking files. You've been in my files and you left a fucking dirty present in there, haven't you? Oh,
Well,
you
we'll
motherfucker!
you just hope it doesn't pop up here in a second.
What have you done, Dean?
I'm sending it back to you. You fucker.
It wasn't. No.
Dean's leaving fucking spyware on my laptop. Oh, listen, it's going bonkers. It won't even let me open the file.
Dean will be selling you some protection.
Yeah. Anti-spyware,
Yeah.
anti-Deanware.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is just.
Has this done to you? Has this happened before? I mean, like this? I mean, is this something
Listen,
you
I've just opened up my files to pull
Right.
out the file I need, and my cursor is just spinning around in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
my shit was doing the other night, man?
I can't even get off of the page. For me to get off the page now, I'm going to have to do some drastics.
Yeah.
To try and get back on the page. It won't even let me go back on the page. Listen, guys, I'm going to just reboot and come back. It won't be long.
Okay.
This is just driving me bananas. It shouldn't even be doing all this shit that it's doing in front of me right now. Hang on a second. Let me see now. 2:33. Wow. What a madness. It's like 20-minute fucking seizure or something this machine's having.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Amount of attention I'll give it, and it's fucking having a seizure on me. Taking the piss. Taking the piss, buddy. I'm going to have to trade you in for a newer model. You know, we get the new model, we get the newer model.
Yeah. The new.
The new.
Okay. Back at the cathedral.
I've got a new one, but that one is the camera's a bit dodgy on it. It's not as good. Not as good. Right, let's go. We're back. Let's see if we're going to have better joy now. You see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So we were there, and again, it's an amphitheater. Or they dealt with semantics and sound and water and electromagnetic stuff. They were the masters of it. That's why we have what we have now.
Yeah.
Again, a little bit more closer, blown out look. You can clearly see that all the walls, the bricks, and this is all bricks. It's all cooked and churned, and it's all brick flood inside and around. Melted downwards on itself and spread out and down. The plant life.
Looks like that square piece coming off that right angle. It's going down. It's sinking down.
That's going this way.
Yeah, it was higher, more. It was more level.
This was. You see where I'm putting my cursor? This is the level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is the level here. Look how far down it's gone.
Yeah,
down.
You can see the weld there where it's down in the middle by the tree.
Yeah. It's great. Again, these places are all lying there, and with all these hidden histories and made up fakery history to them. I mean, this is the top of the building here, amphitheater down here, and it was so big. It's incredibly big. Just to have this piece on the top,
Yeah.
And all of this underneath is the rest of it. And slightly older shot. You can see, look at the turrets here, the towers here, look, front, well down.
Wow.
I mean, this is up here, look. Why would you have walls that are below your main? It just don't make sense. This is because this side is melted it down inside the brick flood. That's why.
Yeah, it looks like it's come off of that other piece of wall.
Yeah,
yeah, right
from
there.
here, yeah, snaps off. Don't forget, this is all this floating in brick flood. So any snaps, these one goes that way, one goes that way.
And you can see where it comes off to the left or to the right corner. You know, that's part of such a huge structure. And you know, with not to go real in deep, but these people were so far advanced. I mean, so far advanced. Did they have dirigible technology? You know, I'm sure there's been proof, there's been evidence, of course, that they had. You know, we're thinking tech here. A lot of this kind of stuff I'm looking at, you know, it might be docking station. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah,
You know?
who knows? Yeah.
Exactly. We don't know. We haven't got the right context for everything yet.
Mhm.
Right. We're on the right track with sound, vibration, all that, because it was obviously, you know, but, you know, we also know that they traveled and got around too.
Of course.
Mhm.
Another shot of this place, aerial. You tell me how, whichever civilization history wants to attribute this to, how they built this here.
Yeah.
And why?
And why would you at the
Right
top of
there.
a mountain? You know, this road is an add-on road that's come afterwards. So this wasn't here when they was making this shit.
Right.
You know, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
Question marks.
Yeah.
Obviously, it doesn't add up. You need some very big chisels and an inexhaustible amount of flying donkeys.
Yeah. All on steroids.
All on steroids, exactly, and never allowed to sleep. Again, look, this is it, top of it. I mean, you can just see the different flows of melting here. This flooded. This is these pieces here. Your geologists, they try and trick you and tell you this is the bottom of the walls. It's not. This is the top.
Mm-hmm.
These are the tops. It's all flooded in here with brick flood. All outside has come up from the sides, enveloping, flowing it back out again, and it got too top heavy. Classic example, because geologists just, what they're going to say, this is a volcano.
Right.
Yeah. If it was melted enough, they would.
And then why is it so white here? Yet when you look over here, it's still so white here under the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, please, come
Yeah.
on. It's not a brick. It's not a fucking tree stump either. Don't even try.
No.
Uh-oh. Middle of nowhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just found this side of this building very interesting. I won't say it.
Wow, look at the blocks in there.
Here, look. This part here, look. You got the outer shell of blocks. The inner chewed up, churned out brick ash.
Yeah. Yeah.
All signs of the X Factor. I mean, it's all the buildings back here. You've got archways here, look, at the bottom.
Yeah.
1, 2,
All
3.
lined up.
All lined up. It's all buildings, just in different states of damage. I don't even know what to say sometimes.
Look at this.
Don't have to say anything with those kind of pics.
Where the fuck is the rest of this building? I mean, why would you be a designer and design one tower up here? We'll sink that one over there, and then we put a piece here, and then we put the other tower over here, and then we join it up with a brick wall. But we won't join this side up with a brick wall because we don't need to because it's joined.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got that many bricks anyway, can't you just make it that high? Because there's obvious buildings that high. So.
Which just amazes me that the obvious is just too obvious. And people want to talk bullshit when they won't even believe their own fucking eyes.
Right.
Again, how do you build this? How do you sink this brick wall into this? Look, Brick wall, all in the melt, all down here. Look, all here. Look, these are looks like stairs here.
Yeah.
Stairs.
Mm-hmm.
The brick. See this part here in the melt.
Mm-hmm.
Balloon rocking up the sides. Look, balloon rocking up the sides. Heat damage to the windows. Look, heat expansion. They're all damaged. Look at this one. It's fucking like a bell.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
You know, it's always a variation on the same theme. These buildings melted like butter from very, very high heat and electrical charge. Side view. I'm not gonna. I mean, we've seen these types of pictures a million times. I just like this tower down here.
Yeah.
Why would it be so low? Because it melted and slid down. There it is again. Look.
And nothing around it.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Let us place two. We'll place one set of fortifications to the east and one to the west, and we won't join them up. We'll just run. Oh, that's the toilet. Sorry, you're gonna have to run from the main part of the building across this into the toilet. It's just amazing, absolutely amazing. You can clearly see. Look at the steepness of these rock curtains. The rock curtain. This building just melted away. Just left the top parts. I believe there's more fragments here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the profusion of plant life should tell you everything you need to know. Carbon-14 abundance. Again, the same sort of thing. Where's the rest of it? Melted. We didn't build it, just this little strip. It's just the fragments now. Again, where's the rest of it? Where's the rest of this wall? Look, it stops right there. Where my arrow is. You know where the rest of it is? Over here.
Yeah.
Under all of this shit. This is all part of this. Churned up bricks right in front of you. Heat damaged red bricks here on the wall and on the top. Scorching, staining, churning. Very picturesque, but again, it's a melted building. Who would bother even thinking about building up there? They're absolute insane, I think.
Yeah.
I think the royals and all the nobles, or if you're not from East End, the nobles, your lords and viscounts, I think they're all crazed. Because look where they built their shit. Look where they built their shit in the middle of nowhere. So you build your shit there. You take all your family there. You take all your possessions there. So who's minding the land whilst you're there?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't even get workers today. How in the hell are you gonna get workers to do that?
Yeah.
Hell no, I'm not going out there and building a brick.
It's laughable. The narratives are laughable.
Of course. And it's all make believe, and it's all done to hide the X Factor event.
That's it.
I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why would this be in the middle of nowhere, a melted building? I mean, please.
Red brick.
It's red bricks every time. Red bricks every time. Uh-oh. They put a cross on it, now it's holy. You know why it's holy? Because when the first person looked at it, he said, holy shit.
Right.
What the fuck? Holy shit, what happened to this building?
Yeah.
Balloon rocking up the sides of the building. The brick is reacting to the heat, advancing upwards. That's why they look kind of swollen. And it's also so hot, it's made this face concave. Look. See it? There's a bow in it.
Yeah.
Look at the top. The concrete mold's got a bow in it.
Yeah.
So's the whole side of this wall.
Yeah.
That's heat damage.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is super hot heat. Slightly different. Now you can see the bow of this wall now. Look,
Yes.
quite clear.
A lot better there.
Fluid
Yeah.
damage. And then look how
Big time scorching going on.
coming up the side of this part, even more than this side.
Yeah.
But again, these are the typical grid component look.
Yeah. Classic bottom up melt, says Fred.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Here's another one. Where's the rest of this building? What happened here?
Right.
EEC, no. EEC, no. We could tell you. We could tell you what all of this shit is here.
Yeah. In one word.
Yeah. but I'm not going to. I just wanted to show further some crazy melt.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this shit here.
Look at this. Look at that.
Wow.
Look
Guess
at
what? You see this? You see this shit here? That's this.
It's melting, it's melting over the balloon rocks. I mean,
that. Man.
I love finding these pictures. This shit here. This here is this underneath.
Right.
Look. Look at these bricks. Look, all these damage are puffed out. Same on this side.
Oh, wow.
I just can't get over this. This is this underneath. It's crazy. People say, "Oh, no, it can't. No bricks can't." Yeah, look. Well, look. This is this underneath.
Well, look at the ghost gap right above it in that shadow. I mean, you can see it ballooning. It's melting over the balloon rock, and then above it by the roof, you got to.
It's mad here.
right there. Yeah.
Oh, right here. Filled out. It's cray. All these balloon rocks. It's madness. But yeah, you don't believe your eyes. This thing here at the top, this white with the roof on, has turned into this shit below.
Mm-hmm.
Fairly obvious. Believe your own eyes.
Yes. Fantastic
No.
take and evidence right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Another shot of this place. Even most of these outside big parts of these buildings are heat damaged as well. Steps are damaged too. But this here is just the victory evidence here showing you. Just look what happened to buildings.
And you can tell it's angling down to the left into with the bouldering underneath it. You can tell you're coming off that wall, the roof right there where we were just looking on that structure.
It's just mad.
Yeah, that corner you can tell is dropping down with that buoyancy, density.
Whoever put this shit on the top here, this is not original.
Yeah.
So there's someone's gone up there and custom made this
Right.
to obviously to stop any of the elements getting inside here. You know,
Yeah.
obviously it's part of the the tourist attraction. They tell them, spin them a story and get them to spend money in the gift shop. Again, more damage to melted buildings. It's a classic. Look what's happening here under this part of this wall. Balloon rock churning up, and then above it you got bricks. Look, these bricks have turned quite blocky here. Still got red bricks here, and then here under the stucco they're churned up. But that's the X factor for you, mate. It's never the same thing twice. Twice as nice. Here, look, you can see the concave nature of it. Look here on this the tower. Look, it's like it's got like a line in the center now. So it's made it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, an 8-sided tower.
Right.
See what I mean? It's like an 8-sided tower, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then obviously this is all. See, it's trying to go. It's trying to. You see the block lines here. Look, vertical block lines right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all here.
Yeah.
Like this. These buildings took a pasting. That's that same spot, just a little bit further around, so you can see more of the damage to the base. And as I say, this is a classic example where the heat comes from the bottom, envelop the bricks. The bricks are all now changing states of matter, expanding, and they're moving up and consuming all the bricks above. But the bricks above are reacting; they're starting to swell up. Right. You can see, look, these ones are closest to the oncoming rush of melted balloon rock are bigger than the ones at the top, which are further away from the heat. So that tells you that these are expanding with this heat coming from the bottom.
Yep.
And again, you've got the little piece of the building left on top of all of this monstrosity that it
Right.
used to be.
Crazy.
clinging on for dear life with a little bit of whatever's stucco on the side here that hasn't burnt off. Crazy. I mean, let me just. I just find it very fascinating how the balloon rocks are moving up and the bricks closest to them are expanding upwards and swelling out, getting bigger, getting ready to be lunch.
Yeah.
Because they're getting consumed. They're getting consumed with the onrushing balloon rocks.
Mm-hmm.
They're becoming part of it. Again, you just see more of this church. This walkway is heat damaged. The side wall is heat damaged. You can see the staining and the churning here. This wall is totally gone. The skin is removed. It's just the churned up brick now that you can see. Hope you lot can hear me.
Yes, I got you, Spartan.
Yeah, I'm just hoping you can hear me. That's all.
Yes, we're with
because,
you.
my sound was going a bit funny then for a second. I don't know why.
Okay.
I had a problem with it, but again, you see the pockets of survival. You see the apertures. You see the staining, the unusual flow of the melt of the brick, the rock curtain. Sorry.
Yeah.
And it's nothing different to what we see. It's just there's varying degrees of damage. You can't build buildings in these locations, not sunk into these, into the mountains. I'm afraid that's a total impossibility. All these monasteries and all the rest of them, they're all pockets of survival from the old world order. And when the survivors come out, these locations were obviously repopulated by people who didn't know how they got there in the first place. And then they believe any narrative that's
right.
Again, cannot build this here. Everything around it was part of this complex of buildings that has melted and is unrecognizable now because it's been rock curtained over.
Wow.
Like this place, look, the top of the tower, the rest of the tower is melted.
Yep.
Look, you've got pockets of survival here being sandwiched by melt.
Yep.
You've even got, I believe, I can't see that really, really clearly, Dean, but you might be able to, with your magnifying glass, and tell me what this is that I'm circling.
Looks like a
rail or
it's the top of that underneath that kept some kind of formation. Looks like to the right of it, that cooked out piece looks like a big block.
That looks very blocky to the right. And it looks like, to me, arches and columns. That's what it looks like to me.
Mm-hmm.
It does. You see the vertical lines in it.
Yeah, and it's got
the shadows
as well.
Yeah.
Again, not bricks, not bricks. The whole place is a building, but it just looks unrecognizable to the untrained eye.
Mm-hmm.
Again, sitting on the top of melted buildings. I've shown this place before, but you see new pictures of the place, you just want to grab it. This is a melted building set. In the background, see the flow lines down this way, A-frames. This was caught in the melt of this. This was a result of all the damage to this, obviously the electrical charge and heat from the bottom, but this has been flooded by this. Because it's so huge. It's like having a sweat top on, and then you've got a tank top, and then you put a wind cheater on, and then a leather coat.
Right.
You're going to melt.
Have a heat stroke.
Exactly. You're going to be a little bit warm. You're going to be a bit giddy, and you're going to end up buckling over. This is an amazing shot from the ground upwards. Look, this thing here. Look, if you can see it, still there. Look, don't know. That might be. You might be right. Might be a railing or something.
Yeah.
But, whatever it is, you can't build it there.
Yeah, it's definitely.
They got people. Is that a person on there? I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was some kind of space
some way of getting through here to go up there. But all you need to know is it's melted building. It's leaning backwards this way, squashing into this one. This is rock curtain and over the top and the back. Again, more of the same. Impossible builds, impossible locations. How do you sink this wall into a mountain? It's just impossible.
Right.
It's absolutely impossible. Cannot be done ever, ever, ever. Right. And if anyone can do it, please invite me along to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I've got the next 20 years left of life to watch her. Because that's how long it'll take you to put the first brick in.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm doing my Leonardo DiCaprio face.
yeah.
Again, this same
Oh,
region.
yeah.
It's a tourist attraction. You see the pool down there now. People pay big money to be walking about on this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, what's this white shit here? Oh, that's that building trapped in between, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Just a different angle. Close up again. You know, it's red brick building. It's been painted, obviously, for the tourists. But look here, melted bricks. Same bricks. Just shows you everything else. These are just the remnants, the tops. Keep saying, just imagine big buildings melting downwards into a hot lake of melted red brick, and then it all densified. So whatever angle they were or however high they were, that was where they set.
Right?
Yeah.
And when I say set, I don't mean fully set, because it's not fully set yet.
Mm-mm.
It's still warm.
Right.
Again, most people will look around and not see the obvious. The obvious is this is a melted building.
Yeah.
You see the bricks at the top.
Right.
That's how obvious it is. Some people still don't see it. You know.
Yeah.
Everything else is the after effect of the X factor.
Yep.
That's what happened to the buildings. Again,
Wow.
all of this in front is all melted building. Look at the edges. This is where it's flowed outwards.
Mm-hmm.
It's the flow line, the edge of the flow. And of course, look at the top, you see the bricks here. Over here, you can see pieces of melted building here.
Yeah.
The grey stuff is melted building.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And how white the bottom is.
Sorry, let me go back. Here, yeah.
I was just mentioning how white the bottom is. It's, it's like if that was any hotter, sand, like a white sand beach or something.
White sand. All the constituents in the brick has been cooked out now to get into this.
Yeah. And, when you get a lot of that clarity in that water, look at that, in these places that are way out there and stuff, that sand is a filter, it's cooked out brick ash, but you've got so much C14 there that the nutrients are being just sucked off of that. And it creates such a good filter for that water to be so clear. Plus, nobody's fucking living around it shitting in it,
Yeah.
Just tourists, and I'm sure they got a bathroom up somewhere in there. But
I'll blame the off-gridders. It's the off-gridders shitting everywhere, mate.
Yeah.
Again, look, top of the building. You can clearly see the bricks are all damaged and churned, and this is all cooked out, balloon rocked, red brick, rock curtain down over itself. Look inside here, you can see the carbon 14 in here. Look, boom. And it was an immense building, because look at the green around it. Look, it's all sitting on brick ash and pieces of melted building. And flourishing.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, look.
Wow, look at that.
For one, you can't put a building in here. Right. And two, all these other buildings are just, their foundations are all melted red brick.
Yeah.
Wow, that's.
Look here.
Yeah,
Look
you
here.
can walk straight into it.
Yeah. Look here, you can go in right there.
Yep.
And then this is above the road. The road's here. Then you got this piece here, and then this is sitting on top of that.
Yeah.
This is not ground level. This is sat on top of this.
Right.
And the tunnel for the road. Look, oh man, why would you want to drive? How would you get across here? You can't. Why do you need this? Wow. This here, this lake, I believe, is due to these melted buildings here, the irrigation systems.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
That's what I believe. And with it being
In the
melted,
in the top of the pick, you got that. See the it's going higher to lower into the water. You got that melt coming down that way, and then in our foreground, we got a wall-looking feature. It goes straight across with the arch in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, this is a higher elevation than the top part of the pick.
Yeah.
Uh,
This is
I was
down.
seeing
This
two-
is down. This
yeah,
is down here. This
yeah,
is low.
exactly. But it goes up. It goes up from the level of the water, doesn't it? Go higher towards the right of the pick, top corner, or is that a flat?
No, I think it does actually. I think it does rise. It is rising here in the right.
So are we
corner.
seeing a huge melted building on that side flowing down, causing that
Yes.
shape in the water? And then
Yeah.
in the foreground, we got another building
This one.
that was hit and it's sinking down the other way.
And we know that the gaps in between these melted buildings and the canyons and the gorges and shit that they want to talk today.
Yeah.
So
And
why
both
not
losing
have-
its water into the middle.
Exactly, and both losing the water into the gap between the melted buildings. So therefore, over time it fills up, swallows all the recognisable melted building, and now you're left with this kind of topography. Which geologists can't figure out. Fucking assholes. Again, if you look clearly, this is the melted building here at the top, and this is all the melt because it's going down in terracing. It's terraced. All this is terracing. Look at the edge here.
Yeah.
The brick ash it's terracing. And of course, the elephant in the room. I'm a melted building. I'm a melted building. I mean, who wants to build a building here, and why would you bother? Who's it for? Because it's definitely a building, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
100% is 100% is building, and it's an X Factor building too. Look at that shit.
Wow, look at that. Yeah. Wow.
You know what? There was a James Brown tune in the 60s called Papa Don't Take No Mess. I take no mess. I take no mess. I worked too hard for it. I worked too hard, too long and hard. Look,
Killer shot.
Yeah.
Look at the bricks. Why is it there? Wait, let me show you something.
Yeah.
Right, I want you to note something. Note the colour of this damage. Note the colour of these bricks. And then note the colour of this shit here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Same fucking colour. Damage is the same. Just slightly different. This is just it just didn't fry. Some of it did. But this certainly got blown.
Fucking crazy.
Why would you put a building there? It's just not feasible.
And they just stop with the wall. They just quit.
We had enough. We can't find any more bricks.
Yeah, it's hard as hell to get up here, sir. Can we just stop?
We're going on vacation. Is it vacation time yet? It's like they just went on strike, didn't they? No,
Yeah.
we are not fucking doing this shit for that money. Fuck off. You build it yourself. But again, it's building melted, rock curtained, and balloon rocked up the sides. You can see how high it got, and then it stopped. Boom.
And that one's so straight up still, Sue.
Yeah.
The brick above just straight.
They all look pretty straight, really.
Yeah.
If you just draw a line down the edges of them, they all look pretty straight, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But then you see it where it blows out and just flows down off. You get off that last straight piece.
Yeah.
It just, you got an arch there just blowing right out the side of that arch.
Yeah. It's It's obviously severely damaged. I mean, you look at it here, and I feel so high. This one nearly got the. I mean, you know, this wall's part of this tower's come backwards, and then all the land in front, in the background, that's all melted red brick. That's all brick ash.
Yeah.
All of it. Again, unrecognisable to some as a building, but it is. And how do we know? There's an arch right there in front of him.
Archway.
Yeah.
You can see the
And there's
bricks.
yeah, exactly. You can see the bricks, and not only that, there's ghost apertures going up here as well. And apertures, there's one there. Look.
Oh, yeah.
To just for one to show you, there's another one there and another one up here. But it's obviously the shape of it as well lends itself to a building that's melted.
Right.
And the front part of it, this front corner, is leaning back, and the bottom of it is flowing away from it.
That's right.
Look at the scorching. Look at the carbon 14. It's all telltale signs. If you've got the eye to see, but most people haven't got the eye to see. You know, most people are going with the narrative of some very ingenious men with ingenious ideas and ingenious tools built these places for no reason. Just so they can, you know, just so that they can build it, that no one can go in it, and it's no purposeful use from a lot of people. So what's the point?
Right.
In locations that people can't fucking get to.
Yeah.
You know, again, this is a remnant, a pocket of survival. And you know, there's bricks and blocks and all sorts going on here. But look at in the background, these buildings just went, mate. They just give up the ghost and just flowed.
Yep.
See these huge A-frames, huge flow lines.
Wow.
I have showed this before. I had to bring it out again though.
Yeah, that's incredible.
You don't need any descriptive words to see what's going on here.
No.
You really
Absolutely fabulous picture.
I mean, just to drag one bag of bricks up there. I mean, how hard would that be?
Just one brick, not a bag. One. Just one. To get up there and place it, and then, you know, oh, please. You cannot be telling people these porcupines anymore, right, about these buildings and how they got to be in these locations. Look at the terrace in here.
I'd like to be in the middle of that, terracing through that vegetation. I bet you there's so much in there. It's just crazy.
Not me. I'm not going there, mate. Sorry, it's too high up. That's why I need a fucking drone, because I don't like heights.
Well, there's apertures all through those terraces, those walls.
Oh, of course. It's you know, we know these things are what buildings have: windows, doorways, archways, stairs. We know that's what they have, so that's what we consistently see. This one's a bit blurred, but
oh, look at that!
Dean, stop getting moist, please. I can hear that chair going again. Listen, Mark, tell him off. It's your stream. He's being naughty.
Yeah.
I just see three huge fucking arches in the background. I'm sorry.
I know. Just relax. We'll come back. I'll show you. I'll send you that picture for yourself to have another look at it. But,
Fuck.
You know, it's as it always is. I like to whiz through them as quickly, not as quickly as possible, but because I've seen it. Well, you know what? When you keep seeing so much victory evidence, it's like you like you want to keep getting on to the next one.
Right. Your attention span goes down a little bit.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah,
it does. And don't forget, this is I think this is Spartan Red View number 5, and number 6 is already out.
Yeah.
I didn't put the red arrow on this, by the way, but I just wanted to have this picture because of all this shit in here.
Oh yeah.
Look at this damage in here. Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah, when I saw it, I focused on that, what you're talking about.
Yeah, right here. You have to
feel like they needed the red arrow, man.
Yeah. But the thing is, the fucking red arrow is in the wrong place. Look, red arrow should be down here. Arch. Aperture, that it should all be down here. Aperture. It should be down here, not up there. So whoever put this here was more focused on this corner of this this grid component, which to me it's just you've got 4 windows in alignment and you've got the other 4 not in alignment.
Right.
Heat damage. But the real shit is here. The ghost apertures, the archways is right here. What's this circular thing down here? What the fuck is that? Can you see it, Dean? What's this circular thing down here? I can't. I don't know. But it's circular.
It's a big balloon rock boulder. What the fuck is that?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. What the fuck is that?
It's melted. That's what it is.
I'm always saying, what the fuck is that? All the time. As we move on to this. Again, you can't build buildings like this in this fashion, in these places. There is no way.
No.
This is just a pocket of survival. The rest of the building is melted underneath it. But there's an even bigger building behind it. Look at the A-frames on this monster.
Yeah.
This one directly behind this, and then look at this one here. Wow.
Right. Huge.
Oh, man, this building was incredibly big. This had to be a real giant. It makes this one look like a baby.
Yeah, like a pimple. Yeah.
Right. And then look how big it is. It's all the way around here.
Right.
To the left. Wow. You really have to grasp how big these buildings were. They were enormous. And this is my shot of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again with the wall. Why would you put a wall on top of a already huge mountain wall?
It's not even how. It's not even what. It's how. How did you do it? How did you do this? How did you? What compound did you make to fix this building in here? And then you go all the way up to here, and then where's the rest of the wall?
Yeah.
He goes to the back there.
Well, the foreground and the background of the same building, you got that belt, and they're just collapsing to the right side there. You can see the angle and direction of both of them.
Look, if you trace it. This wall stops there. It's supposed to go to this piece. It's supposed to go here. This is all gone. And then it tracks right. Look, this white line is the wall. Boom. It's supposed to go all the way, and then there's none of it here, and then it starts again here on this edge. This is the wall here, on the edge. This building and this complex of building's been shredded, torn apart. It's all over the place. So all here and here.
Yeah,
it's been pulled apart.
Straight up too, and it's melted backwards.
Right.
Amazing place. Absolutely amazing place. And again, it's the type of evidence I like to find. I like the jaw droppers, I'm afraid. I mean, please.
Wow. Yeah.
All this white is melted red brick from this building here.
Right.
You don't recognise it? Keep watching the Chill Out Zone. You soon will.
Right.
Or just look at that picture.
You could look at that picture and just ask yourself, how did they build this here? And why are they such crap builders that they can't? Who was that?
Yeah,
I got a bad storm coming through.
I thought you hit the thunder button.
I thought you had a bad stomach.
No. Oh no, it's dumping out there right now.
You got what I got last night.
Yeah, as long as you're not dumping indoors, man.
Yeah, a little hungry. My stomach's bothering me.
Oh, you need to send for James. You'll be on the chicken wings, mate. But however great these builders are, why couldn't they build 4 windows the same size? What the fuck's going on there? See them?
Oh yeah.
Well, none of them are the same size. Oh my days! It's heat expansion. That's all it is. Again, another one of these pockets of survival. Grid components, a car cell, if you want to be more critical about it.
Yeah.
As in a cell, as in lots of cells, as in connected. as in grid component. And we can see that the heat came from the bottom, rose up, balloon rocks, creeping up the side. This tower has been, the base of it is gone, it's engulfed. See the straight edges here, the corner. And you can't build a tower into the ground like this.
No.
And ever have any support or security with that. It just wouldn't. I mean, look here, you see how bricky it is here.
Yeah.
See bricks, edge of bricks. Oh my.
Yeah.
How the historians and the geologists have been lying.
Yeah, I know them fuckers.
All right.
Yeah, I'll see
Look
you in
at the
2 minutes.
stairs.
I don't mind. You're up.
Hey, listen, what are you doing? You can't leave us.
Just 2
It's
minutes.
your stream. It's your stream. You can't leave.
I'll be right here though. I gotta go drain it.
I'm gonna come out for a minute then whilst you're draining the python. Oh yeah, so we know that it's history is all that it's just a bag of lies, and those who believe it are easily fooled and easily captivated. They're normally the ones who are easily fooled and captivated for life.
Yeah, you know, it's
They
like
can't shake. They can't shake the programming. They can't learn anything new.
No.
All they do is challenge anyone with any new ideas and any new thoughts and ridicule them and make them the butts of their jokes. And in the end, we'll see who's going to be the butts of the jokes, who's going to be the survivors.
Yeah.
Guaranteed there won't be many survivors who's had the max.
Exactly. You know, and those that can't see this and all that, like Spartan just said, you know, they're so wrapped up into their materialistic reality. You know, they don't pay attention to what's in front of them. They only pay attention to what's been shown them. You know, and that's why they can't see it. That, you know, and if they do see it a little bit, they get mad or they get fear takes over because their paradigm shift is about ready to change, and they don't want that. They want that comfort zone. So, you know.
Hey, listen, do you need an umbrella?
Yeah, it's coming out. It's ripping out.
That sounded kind of mean, mate.
You're gonna lose your power here
sounded
probably
mean.
pretty soon.
Well, I was supposed to go see my reload, but I don't know about that right now.
Oh, listen, reload can wait, mate. You can't fucking you end up getting drowned, mate.
Nah,
You end up drowning out there. It sounded horrendous.
catch up with him later.
Hang on a sec. James says, Big Jim says, love hanging out here with everyone. You're all high quality. My true blessings to each of you. Oh, thanks, James. It's great to see you. I hope everything's going okay. I know you had a little problems a little while ago. I'm trying to take him out. Someone keeps putting him back in. That's probably Dean Finger.
Nope. This is Mark's show.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be running the chat now. I'm running the chat. I don't like the way that switched.
Well, Mark was running the chat, but I just
I'm going to be going back and just finishing off my evidence then, and let you two run the chat.
I'll give you a hand, Mark. It's hard to pay attention to the chat, isn't it, Mark?
It's not. It's not. You don't do that. What you do is you have another device. You have another device, like I've got my phone on, but the phone's volume's off, and I can follow the chat if I need to. I've learned that one, mate. You can't sit there talking away and all of a sudden you realise there's no one there.
Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't. Here we go again. More grid components. Again, you can see look, there's stairs here, steps. Look, why would a mountain need steps? Please stop being so stupid.
Yeah.
Start opening your eyes. Start realizing about the outside world. It is not what you think it is.
No, it's not
at all.
Shown this before as well. Just thought I'd show it again. It's just a fabulous example of what happened to these buildings. That you can't build buildings. Why would you ever even think about building a building on the edge of something like this?
right.
You know. Oh, where's the back garden? Down there. And you can't even have a game of football. You can't even have a game of football with the kids up here, mate. You just it's on this slope. It's madness. So it's a pocket of survival. It's a remnant. It's a shard. Part of the building, and the rest of it's melted. Obviously, you can see the brick lines here, scorching, and the carbon 14 scavengers are in abundance. We looked at this before. This is just another shot showing you the actual size of this melt from this building. It's huge. Look how low down this piece is.
Yeah, look at that.
But it's still in the melt. And here, look, this is in the melt. Tops of buildings here, and melted buildings as far as the eye can see. The whole realm blew up. Just like a computer grid. Just like components on a computer, it blew up. I mean, wow. This is the other side of that building I showed earlier. I mean, look at these balloon rocks. They're huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely immense. Look how this one's creeping up. Like it's got legs. It was standing up. Oh, my days. And all melt here. Look, under the green, under the plant life in the background. Look. See it.
Yeah.
All this here is flow from this huge building here. And we've only got just the top, the tip, a fragment, a remnant to show us what it was.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's got to be a church.
Of course it is. You know it is. You know it is. Who else would be up here? Who else would be up here looking for God? Who else? The bloody Christians. They're fucking everywhere with that sign.
Yeah.
And it's just another marvelous example of evidence. It's in the middle of nowhere, basically in the middle of nowhere. I mean, why would you want to put a church here in the first place? Look where the town is. It's back here.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got to fucking drive their fucking their oxen up here and then do a fucking a Chris Bonnet and fucking climb to get to church every Sunday.
Yeah.
How's old Granny Smith supposed to get up here? It's not happening, man.
You
When you look at how that follows to the left corner, you've got nothing but structure melted right there. Plus off to the right down the slope from it a little bit, you still got the same material. It's all one top of that.
This is all building here.
Yeah,
building
it's
here.
all everything.
Building here. This is all the top of a building here. You see the archways here. That's an arch here, and this here is building as well. You can see the block lines. It's immense, and there's another pocket of survival. Just see the top of it here, where my arrow is.
Exactly.
Wow. And then all
Chris said, finally a church.
I've been trying to keep away from him. I'm trying to be like Trinity and not get near these kind of places. Blade.
Yeah.
You don't like the vampires. Again, look, this is the top of a melted building. Clearly, look, you can clearly see the melt. See, it's been attacked. It's flooded inside. Look, flooded inside, and all this is run off.
Yeah,
this is another part of the building here. You can see the brick block lines here. Another part at the top of the building here, flooded over. Remnants. This is part of the building here as well, but it's been shattered. It's been William Shatnered.
It's been shattered.
It's been shattered, baby. Again, aerial shot. Another grid component. So it's missing the dome, obviously. But it just gives you a look. You can see it goes lower. What's in the foundations is brick flood.
Yeah.
It's all brick flood. These are the tops of the other parts of the building. And then behind is all melted building as well. And look, one side of the building, another side of the building, the water flows in between.
Yeah.
From the irrigation system, we saw it earlier. Again, we're in Turkey. I just thought this very interesting. Not only do we have the pocket of survival here and all the madness that was the building, but we've got the tops of domes here, buildings that have been flooded over completely. The only thing that's left is the dome above the brick flood. And look, if you look closely at the bottom, look, See the bricks in them here?
Yeah.
This didn't get flooded over. These ones did. I believe this might be Turkey.
Hmm.
And look
Yeah.
what happened to the bricks.
Yeah.
Look what happened to the bricks. You got 3 distinct, or maybe even 4 distinct states of matter here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Big churned up pieces here, balloon rocks.
Yeah.
Smaller blocks that have been cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly different size blocks that are not so cooked. And then this looks like it's brick lines here.
Yeah.
It's like brick lines. So that's 4 different states of matter in just one fucking building. It's
Right.
amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice.
You know, some pictures don't need explaining, and this is one of them.
Right.
Your eyes should automatically know if you are a melsologist or Eagle Eye Crew. Oh, big shout out to Jen, by the way, before I forget. I hope you're okay, Jen. And
Yeah, Jen, love you.
hopefully you'll be able to get in one of these shows when it's convenient to you, Jen. I'll start sending a link out to you every time we're on. And there's a plethora of shows to be on now.
Yeah.
Because you've
Definitely
got
want
the
to get her back in here.
yeah, you got the chill out zone, you've got In the Melt, and now you've got Red Brick Secrets. So
That's right.
3 choices.
3 choices.
Yeah.
You take your poison. But no, it's always sweet. Whoever wants to come in and show evidence. So
Exactly.
please don't be
Yeah.
shy. Even
No.
if you're a newbie, don't be shy. You might want to choose if you want to come in it and you're a bit, the confidence level ain't 100%. You might want to jump in with Fervent in the middle because his show is going to be tailored for newbies and getting people used to being in the studio and to move them onto the big shows.
That's
or
it.
bigger shows. So
Yeah.
feel
Good stuff,
free, get in contact. Email and the Instagram is in the description box, and or get hold of Fervent or Mark yourself if you need to, and let us know. It's all about expansion. It's all about expansion, and it's all about growing, and it's all about nurturing the new guys in the nest.
Yeah, if you see one of us in the group and you can actually message us or something, just do that.
Yeah. Or even if you just want to leave a comment in the group or after the stream, someone will see it and it'll be forwarded onto the right person. Yeah. Again, why would you build this lovely, lovely tower in amongst this shit?
Mm-hmm.
Is it feasible that this shit used to be the same as this tower? I think it is.
Definitely.
I think 100% it is. Oh
wow.
Look at that. Come on.
Oh gosh.
I gotta get some of those bams and booms. Can I borrow some?
Man, you can. You can. I'm just thinking to myself, I keep telling these guys that I've been doing a bit of research. They don't believe me. This is what happens when you do a bit of research.
Wow.
Yeah.
You find these gems. And it's not only obviously this huge monstrosity here, which is supposed to be a building, but it's it's been totally mangled. But look behind all the shit behind. This is all melted building as well. All this behind here. I mean, look at the bricks. Where's the rest of this wall? That to me is like geology saying, well, the sedimentary lines, they flow north to south. And I'll just laugh. I mean, what are you fucking talking about?
The arrogance of such a fucking statement when you're looking at something like that is just,
I mean,
gross. It's gross, man. It's fucking.
You know what they do when they do that? They're counting on you being a fucking numbskull.
Yeah.
They count on the Joe Public being a numbskull that they can't put two words together, so they have to follow the one in front.
Let me,
And
let me answer Quantum's question. He asked if Jen was still pushing the mud floods, and she's not. Her quotes are that was so 2 years ago.
Exactly. It's probably 3 years ago.
More like it's 3 years ago. But yeah, she's not on the mud flood thing.
No, Jen's on the evidence.
Yeah.
Listen. Wait a second. You have to remember, no one is born standing up and walking. Everybody has to go through the process of self-realization and into truth. And you don't get it. Exactly. You don't get it. You don't get it straight away. Not even he who can't be mentioned had it straight away. He went through all sorts of shit before he landed on buildings or mountains and melted buildings.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, and I'm sure it's the same for the other guys. It doesn't matter what the process you have to go through to get into the meltology, as long as you're in it.
Right.
As long as you can see melted buildings.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter whether what you did before. In my mind, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
what's so great now? You can, if we were in our position years ago, you can just, there's so much out there now, this stream and other streams, that you can just get to it quickly. We all, in our era of, I guess, meltology from past years, we had to go through all that bullshit.
Yeah.
And but we found what it was. So yeah.
And you do. Great truths reveal themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest truths always reveal themselves.
Right.
Whether people can see them or not, they still they reveal themselves. And I truly believe they reveal themselves to the right people.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
What good is having the truth if you can't fucking use it? If you can't use it to enlighten anybody else, what good is it? It's no good.
Mm-hmm.
No.
What do we keep saying? Huge buildings melted downwards, stuck in the brick flood, then densified.
Hello, Vigo. Hello, everyone. He's asked.
What? Good evening. Good evening. Why else would you have these pieces of buildings in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by more melted buildings? I mean, look at the wall back here. Let me just show you. Because sometimes it eludes people when you just talk about stuff like what happens to bricks. Look back here. What the fuck's going on with the bricks back here then?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Why I got huge balloon rocks?
Romans did.
The Romans. The Roman Greco army.
Yeah.
At it again. We march everywhere. We fight everyone. We build everything.
We conquer.
But we're not going to tell you how we did it though.
That's our only secret.
Oh, it's our only secret, of course. Of course, as it always is. Always a secret how they did it. Again, another grid component. See, it's all bricks are turned to blocks. Still quite carbon 14 at the top. Still make out bricks at the top in the dome. And why are these headstones all leaning?
Yeah.
Why are they all damaged and scorched? I'd love to get the date on some of those.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's not my shot. If it was my shot, I'd have had the dates.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Dean, stop getting moist.
Well, I'm not the one getting moist. Quantum meltology says the mud flood theory doesn't make any sense, and then Fred says I like women in mud though. So
I like women doing the mud wrestling. That's what I like. Let me tell you, that's kept me awake many a night. Anyway, getting back to more relevant things. Stop being naughty, Del. Stop it.
Hey,
Right,
that was Fred. That was Fred.
Well, Fred, yeah. And Fred as well as me being naughty. Anyway, getting back to relevant things. I'd like to see this edge. Can you see the edge of this wall?
Yeah.
Look at the melt here, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look at this melt here. And then I just want to draw your eye. I mean, there's loads to see in here, obviously. I mean, that most of that don't need pointing out.
Look at that.
And let me just zoom out a little bit more. So come in a bit hard. Just here, looks like columns. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4 columns.
Yep.
And something going across the top that bends round and sags with the melt. Again, and look at the different states of matter here. Look, blocky. And then we've got the bitty pieces.
Mm-hmm. You still got some left in the corner of that. On the left side.
Here.
Right
boom,
there,
boom,
boom.
Boom, boom. So they match the corners. Match the corners. Again. This is underground. This is under your feet. Look, people at walking height level. This is all under your feet. That looks like an aperture there that's been twisted and heat expanded inwards.
Yeah.
Same here. It's got like a right angle to it. The base. There's an aperture there where my hand is. Just proving that, showing people it's building. It's a building. It's just in a different state of matter that you don't recognize, but we do because we've seen so much of it.
Yeah.
Again. You telling me they built that in there? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I mean, if you were, you could just go steps straight, except zigzag. I mean,
just look at the back. I just want you to look at the back side of this. They built it in here. Look, they built it.
Yeah.
They tell you they're gonna build it. First of all, why do you need steps here? Right, that's steps. Yeah. And look at the back side of the actual transitioning. You built it like you managed to do this. I don't think so. My eyes are telling me yes. My mind is telling me no.
You mean they lied about everything? Yeah, they lied about everything.
Yeah, everything. Everything? Every motherfucking thing. Yeah. I'm afraid. And it's quite obvious that they've been lying about it for a long time. I just wanted to show the backside again. Look, it's rock curtained over itself. The rest of this building is underneath this shit.
Yeah.
Nice. Towers to the domes. I hope it's not copyrighted. I don't want to fall foul of the censors. I'll be getting threatening email. Sorry. We should not mock the afflicted. So says Frankie Howard. It's cruel. It's cruel to mock the afflicted. So we will not do that anymore. Unless provoked. So please don't provoke us. Just leave us alone. Let us do what we do best. And that is take meltology forward. Again, look, this is little pockets above. All these buildings are all damaged. I mean, look at this one's going in different directions.
Yeah.
Look, the right side's that way, the left side's going this way. You can tell by the V shape in the middle, and the connecting parts are two different sizes. And the angle of the melt is sunk in the brick flow. It's a huge A-frame. This is just sat on the A-frame and melted downwards. Again, I mean, you cannot build places into places like this. It's just not possible. A church and untold melted buildings in the background, as we always bloody see. I told you that's why they're called holy, because the guys come in, holy shit, it survived.
Right.
Yeah, let's put a cross on it. Let's put a cross on it and charge motherfuckers, because it's holy.
Yeah, pass that plate around.
Yeah, that contribution plate, mate, is full every Sunday. Where these people come from to get? You can see there's nothing else around. It's just melted buildings. So why would you build this here? Come on.
Yeah.
Just think logically. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
again, you see a lot of these people talking about these buildings and mud huts. They're definitely not mud huts. This is churned up bricks.
Yeah,
Look at the melt. Look at the melt of the building. It's incredible. All here that is rock curtain.
Mm-hmm.
Not too sure about these steps. I can't see them that clearly, but they look like they've got damage.
They do.
Yeah.
It's welded into the top too, and that wall that's coming behind it.
Yeah. In here, and I could see bits of brick in that wall too.
Mm-hmm.
Again, impossible building, possible locations. I mean, why would you build something like that? What kind of building would build this?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll put some bricks in here. We'll just throw some cement here, and then we make some paper mache shapes and just fill them in and just leave it like that. That'd be good for the next 1,000 years.
Bring rocks to the tank too.
Yeah.
You can't up there.
Oh, fuck.
Ah.
I mean, you know, the thing is, it's people. People don't investigate enough, and they believe everything that they've been told.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Come on.
they can't see the obvious. I mean, look at this huge balloon rock.
Yeah.
Look at the corner here, where it's chewing into it, and up here is what I like here. Look at these. You've got ripples in the fucking bricks.
Yeah.
They're so hot. They've turned block here and they're rippling.
They're rippling. They're
Yeah.
they're starting to compress down on that right there.
They're being squeezed down, and then the squeezing down is making them ripple because the edges are very heavy.
Yeah.
That's why they're rippling.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see it every day, obviously.
Mm.
But Spartan seems to find it every day.
What's that wall doing going through that rock? Look at that thing.
It's the Magoo Construction Company yet again. They said, we ain't moving that wall 2 feet to the right for no one's business.
Look at the aperture right to the right of it in the fucking balloon rock block
You can
sticking out
see
of the
it.
hole.
Yeah.
No, to the right, just to,
Yeah,
Right
you see
there.
that one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
This is an aperture as well.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Ghosted. It's ghosted. So this
That's
is obviously a building with the wall that run to one side. It didn't run through. It just run through to the other side. Because this is melted now, it looks like it's probably they built it through there. No. Look, pockets
Ghost
of
taps
over
all
there.
the way around that damn
Oh,
thing.
that's it. This ghost slaps up here. Look, one, no, not ghost slap, but apertures there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's what can we say? We see this is typical. This is just amazing. How this balloon rock, not balloon rock, but part of the building. And again, bricks turn to blocks. But what I liked about this picture was the flow of the melt here. Look.
Mhm. Yeah, look at that.
The brick flood. Look, it's all sat. Look here, brick flood. Starting to go blocky at the bottom here. Look, oh man, it's just mad
Yeah,
bricks
look at
everywhere. All mad bricks, all different shapes and sizes. Look, this has got melt on the top of it.
Mm.
And they think it's ancient.
Yeah.
They think it's fucking ancient. It's not ancient at all. It's very recent. It looks ancient because of the damage. The type
Right.
of damage is all melted to fuck. I mean, look at this, all this. This is rippling again, look.
Yeah. Look at that
Absolutely
angle.
maddening. Going this way.
You can see it pulling
Going
it
this
that way.
way. Oh man, look at this huge balloon rock here. And you can still see ghosting under this in this
Yeah.
the bottom right hand corner. Look.
Yeah.
Still see ghosting of apertures. I believe windows.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of them here. These huge balloon rocks at the side coming up. That look aperture there.
Mhm.
A small one there. But wow, very, very harsh. This event was very, very harsh, and it was a well killer.
Yeah.
As we
Exactly,
see,
man.
because the paradigm shift changed after this event. What was
Awesome.
free is now being having to be paid for.
Yeah. Exactly. Hijacked, taken over, manipulated, altered, cheapened. peddled off to us for maximum profit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. John Evil, lol, just kidding. I have no idea if he's controlled or not. I don't know for sure, but you're not talking Meltology. I'm not really interested in what you're talking about. Right. Says you can't be a real true speaker across the 100K mark, might even be 50K nowadays. Exactly. If you're talking proper truth, that and my idea of talking truth is being able to say what you want to power.
Yes.
Saying what you want to power without fucking any worry about your health or anything after that. Not many people are doing that.
No. Hardly any.
Hardly any. They're all one way or another compromised. So, as I said to you before, and people have asked about it before, I don't really talk to people outside the Meltology field. Don't care what they're doing. Don't care how well they're doing. You're not talking Meltology. I ain't interested in me. I ain't got no time for that.
Because this is where the buck stops.
Yeah, I don't form associations outside of Meltology with anybody. I've seen what's happened to other Meltologists because of that, and it's not going to happen to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Or this stream, or the groups.
Yeah.
The mods know, and the admins know as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and really true meltologists and melt heads or whatever. I mean, you don't have time to even look at other venues. You're looking yourself or doing booths or investigating or streaming. Hell, I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
So ain't got time. Time I do a video. Time I do some research. Time I quickly jump in the group and like a few pictures and stuff. And I'm getting so now I ain't got time to even do that. To even like a picture or even leave a comment. I don't know if you've noticed. I just ain't got time now. I'm constantly doing, and you know what? Doing 2 videos a day doesn't help. It really doesn't. I shouldn't be doing it. Don't tell the mafia; they go mad. They will.
Yeah,
they will.
I know.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're really retiring today. I was like, damn, there's 2 videos a day. Don't leave me.
When I retire, mate, there won't be no videos. I'll just be gone, mate. You won't know it. You won't know it. You won't know it. No one's going to know it. When it's time for me to go, no one's going to know. I'll just pack up my rucksack, and me and Macy will head off into the Blue Yonder, mate. And but I will always come back. I'll always come back and say hello. Don't be silly. I ain't leaving my family for too long. But you just won't see as much as me on the stream as before. But I still will be around for counselling duties and stuff, And obviously by that time I'm going to be charging £12 an hour, so be wary.
Yeah, y'all save up.
No, Dean needs to save up.
Oh shit!
I've been advised. Right. I've been advised by my accountant that I need to start charging people.
Yeah. Damn right. This stuff ain't free, man. Gotta pay it. Yeah.
It's free for you guys. Always free for you guys.
Of course.
Anyone else? £12 an hour.
Yeah.
And that's cheap. That's cheap. It should be £40 an hour.
Yeah.
But that's how it is. Anyway, I've done talking. I have. Don't forget, I still have more evidence. Dino's still got more evidence. So, Mark, what are you doing? Okay. It's your show. Don't make me come here and talk all night.
Well, I guess I'm going to pass it back to Dean since I'm supposed to close the shows, right?
Oh, right. Yeah. You better do that then.
Bump through a few more. Sure.
Yeah. Do it in your finest Speedy Gonzalez accent.
Yeah.
Dean, you know what? Dean, I love you so much, man.
Oh, I love you too, man.
Do you know what? Dean really cheers me up some days. We haven't had a coffee and a spliff for a few days, but the next time we do, right. it'll be shit and giggles as normal.
Yeah.
I love to get him up in the morning because I like to see his his morning beard.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
It's like all over the place.
His hair's all different angles. It's just crazy. Dean's had a good night's sleep, but his hair's all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's done the classic falling asleep at the laptop. So that's brilliant.
Yeah.
That is brilliant. I need to get a medal for you for that, actually. I'm going to get you a virtual medal for the next time you come in, so you can get that. Virtual medal for the sleeping at the laptop. You need to try that, Mark. But your missus ain't going to have it, because as soon as you close your eyes, you'll be, what are you doing? Get your ass out of the garage. Having too much
you're
fun
grounded
there.
for 2 weeks from the street.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God, that'd kill you, wouldn't it? So you can't do that. Anything else but that.
The hell am I going to do?
Right.
Exactly. You have to put up the ante. I'll do the washing up for a week.
Are we up?
Oh, yes, you're up, mate. You are up.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to shut my mouth wide open.
Oh, no. Carry on, sir. Fucking top of belted building. High elevation shot. Look at the cooked out along the rim of this whole thing. We'll zoom in, but we're just getting the picture here. This is above the water, right along the rim. And this is sinking down into the melt. You can see the lines in here, the flow lines. Cooked out completely. Structure underneath, attached to this, whatever this was. We see a lot of these castles, they call them. This is macro. This is very large scale here. But when you bump down into the castles that we see, and we have these rounded features that come off the ends of them, the corners of them, sometimes it reminds me of that. Then we hook on over here to this piece here, all cooked out too. And we're just going to take a quick shot. I'm not going to dally too much, but we're going to just go down here. This is the shoreline. Is that shoreline? No, that's cooked out. Look, right here. Structure. Column. Here. Is that shoreline? No, I'm seeing apertures in this right here. You guys still with me?
Yeah, mate. I'm training my eyes.
Yeah. I'll bump on.
Actually, I'm not with you actually for the minute.
You're not with me? Okay.
No, Dean, just carry on.
Okay.
Mark, he's here. Can't you hear him laughing?
Yeah, I'm here with you, man.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not for a minute.
Yeah. Out in the middle of somewhere.
Wow.
He's been in my files. He's been in my files, that man.
Well, at least he's going to the right spot.
Oh yeah, of course he's got taste, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Trees here in the background, vertical this way. These are stairs into the melt this way.
Yeah.
See it? Some kind of feature here off of them. It's crazy. Again, in the middle of nowhere somewhere. Look at that. I mean, where the fuck is the rest of it? Right?
Yeah, we're just going to build 3 archways, a little bit of stairs, and that's it.
Yeah. We've seen some of these before. Just cooked out. Look at your lines this way. Follow your lines and the angles these are here. They're all going the same direction. It's all cooked out underneath.
Yep.
It's going brick ash down in here. I would say this is collapsing down the backside that way, just because of the angle of the lines here and these apertures. But who knows? Can't see the other side. Again, in the middle of nowhere somewhere. Man, I'd love to get stoned right there. You fucking kidding me? I'd plant my ass right in here and spark one.
I probably wouldn't leave for days. As long as I had a good supply.
Yeah. Be growing some shit out here somewhere, that's for sure. Yeah, hit, cooked out. This feature right here, right off the bat in the foreground.
Huge.
Yeah. App back here. With apps inside. Lines blocking down here. The angle and direction of this looks like it's slanting back this way. Just following the lines, following this arch curve here. It's leaning back into itself that way. You can see the line here going that way. See, this mess is different. It's falling back. It's settling down on itself and going back the other way. Compressing these.
Everywhere.
Yeah. We did this one. No, we didn't. Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did that one.
We did that one too. Hold on.
Yeah. We're going backwards.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
We did that one. Fuck. Shit, fuck.
Just say all of them and it'll start working right. Damn, shit, fuck.
All right, I bumped out. Hold on. Damn it. Just a few more here, Mark. Oh, shit. I better fucking plug that in.
You about dead?
My little lightning bolt is on now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there we go. That's why it did that to me. That's why that did that to me. And I'm going to go down to these real quick. And I'll do a few. Come on now. Mm-hmm. Coming on here. Maximize the screen.
Oh, yeah. I like that one.
Yeah, me too. Look at the melt up here. It's just dripping.
Ripping. Yeah.
Yeah. Arch feature here. We're inside of an aperture.
I'm beginning to worry about you, Dean.
Huge building.
I think he's doing a great job.
You would, but I have to worry about it's a PG rated show.
But she's just showing us this melted building in the back.
We know what she's showing us, mate, but it's not that melted building in the back. Mr. Dean, because I know what I'm looking at, and it ain't the melted building in the back.
Very distracting.
Very, very distracting. All those stalagmites is very distracting.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah. Devastation. It's starting to way back, top left corner. Look at the size of that son of a bitch.
Huge.
Very big.
In the middle here, we got this more cooked out here. You see the flow. It's all here in this cooked out spot. Apertures everywhere. Dropping into the melt. You can pick them out.
See, that's the thing that most people don't see. They don't see the apertures.
Yeah.
You know, they take them for cave openings and little, holes that, they just don't. They don't equate them to windows, doors, and archways.
No.
They just don't. They just don't.
And then when you see them in a row, you start seeing pattern.
Yeah, exactly. Just like a tower block with rows of windows.
Yeah.
Exactly. These were the same. Rows of windows, huge buildings, melted downwards. Don't look like that now. But the apertures still look the same, sort of.
Right.
Once you've researched hard enough, you start getting that eye. Your focus, your eagle eye will be on zoom setting.
Yeah.
You got all the cameras in the world, but not as good as your eye.
Look at that
might see further than your eye, but they're not as good as your eye.
Mm-hmm.
You see the melt on it. You'll see some faint block line in here. This is structure. Sinking down in the melt. Aperture. Starting to go a bit cuberty here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Look at the pancake in here. Look at these lines. Everything else is just melting around it, blown out here. Apertures, ghost apps right here. I mean, yeah. Even over in here.
I've got a sense that Dean is very excited tonight.
Uh-huh.
Dean, are you excited tonight?
Oh, I'm loving tonight. Mark, this has really been.
I've got that sense that you're very excited.
Yeah.
Everything's going pretty smooth.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Not that kind of, don't start him off. Oh, please. I'm biting my nails now.
Sorry.
Biting my nails.
Other way.
Not the excitement of, that kind. I mean, the excitement of being back in the nest. And
yes, very much. Yes, I am. Very much so.
Vigo says, just imagine how the buildings look like. Exactly. Mm-hmm. We're looking at the shit, really. This is all shit compared to what they were really like.
Yeah.
Right.
With all the pomp and the glory and all the majesty, they've been removed. We're looking at stripped down remnants, skeletal remains of buildings.
Yeah. Exactly
just imagine,
right.
just Vigo says, just imagine how the buildings look. Imagine Mount Everest is only maybe a third of what we see is the real size of it, and that's a building as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Kangaroo Island again? Then?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. See, I recognise. I was looking there myself, and I've done a bit on it before.
Yeah. Fabulous place. Big arch over there. In the melt. Yeah.
More is
brickwork. Shot out the side here.
I like the brickwork. You see, that's the electrical charge agitating and pushing them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got this here, then this one goes out. Same over there. Compression, heat, expansion.
Same thing with bricks as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One flattened archway and one archway, looks like.
Yeah.
Almost flattened.
Yeah.
So how
You can
that
see
second one is.
Yeah.
The viscosity in the second arch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can see with the holes clearly in the second one.
Mm-hmm.
A few holes in the first one as well, above in that red area.
Very viscous.
So,
yeah. We left off with that one.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
yeah, you started that one, yeah.
We did that one.
See, you need to get your pictures in order, mate.
They were. I got excited.
Yeah, well, you know what? The thing about excitement, it can be very painful in the end.
I know.
Especially for us old boys.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah,
much
exactly.
excitement, mate. I get my excitement through Meltology, and that's the best place for it.
Oh yeah.
Telling you.
Exactly. Exactly.
What we
And
do?
so
We
I
trailing
so
through. Are we trailing through your picture gallery again?
no.
Oh right.
Yes.
Because that's what it looked like to me.
I'm just trying to find this. I'm just trying to find this one spot, and I might have surpassed it. I don't think I didn't know I took that many.
You may have done a system reboot, but you still need to put your pictures into files so that you can find everything you need.
Yeah.
You still
But
looking?
anyway, one or two more, Mark, and then I'm going to toss her over to you.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Thank you. Camera. There we go.
Derv says, "Who's this? Why are we echoing all of a sudden?"
I don't know.
To Vigo, we don't need to imagine plenty of old world buildings still remaining. There are, but they're all damaged. We do get a good idea though from those the fragments that we see.
Yeah. Drops down, down, down. This side covered in vegetation, but sinking down in the melt over here.
Oh, I'm glad you turned your generator off, Mark. It's getting to be a pain in the ass. Please donate. Please donate. Mark needs a new generator. As you heard, he's still running on coal.
Yeah.
And when I say coal, I mean melted red.
Melted brick.
Red bricks. Red bricks.
That shit burns good.
Oh, look at that shit.
But you can see them all through here still, the red brick, all through there. And down here in this heart.
Look what happens to red bricks. Look. All you fucking people who are trying to debunk shit, look what happens to red bricks. Yep. Are you telling me that this isn't made from red bricks? It is made from red bricks, but look what happened to them.
Yeah, it's right there.
Right.
Yep.
All those people make a living out of bashing other people's channels, and you don't even know the basic concepts of meltology.
No. No.
Mm-hmm.
Our charge. You can't see them, they're right here.
Pretty out.
I thought that was the Lone Ranger Titan mask. He just threw it on the floor and thought, I ain't wearing that shit no more, man.
They found it. They found it.
They found it. It's in the Smithsonian now. The Smithsonian creeps come and picked it up, and it's now in the cellar.
Yeah. Aperture. Look at the melt on this.
Nice. Those brick lines, fantastic.
You can see it.
What you're looking at is pancake brick lines.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look, that all those waves are pancake brick lines.
Mm-hmm.
Red brick.
Boom.
Wow.
Quantum says meltology is undebunkable. Of course, you can't.
It is. You can't debate it. You can't debate it because whatever you're coming with is you can't prove it at all. So
yeah, we can prove by what we see,
mm-hmm.
by just taking you by your little hand and walking you through through the streets of London, as the old song says. Let me take you by your hand and walk you through the streets of London. La 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 la. You'll see melted buildings every fucking where. Yeah, man.
Yeah, you will.
The pinnacle of the apex, says Quantum.
Goes up in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's filling out, almost closed.
He says that's why there's so few trolls too.
Yeah, you can't challenge us. If it wasn't the truth, we'd have far too many of these idiots coming out of the woodwork and giving it a larger amount.
Oh, yeah.
They can't challenge us.
No. Nope. Out in the middle somewhere. We see these all over. Cooked out arch.
Is that
They got
a
a
circular?
culvert.
Is that a circular window?
They stuck a O up here. Yeah.
Is that circular? Is that a circular window or something?
It looks like it does.
It looks like an eye or something, but it's not an eye because why would you have an eye on a building? But it looks like a circular window where the bottom part is melted and dropped and dripped down.
Mm-hmm.
You can see remnants of the molding here.
Yes. Yeah.
So I bet it was probably one the other side as well, making it look like a face.
Look at that right there. You're right, Spartan. Look at that right there.
I've seen those before, yeah. They kind of like to make faces out of buildings and stuff. You know? Crazy. I mean, look at that block inside the arch there. Crazy.
Yeah.
Go back a second again.
Yeah.
See, you're typical, you are. When we want to see something, you're gone. When we don't want to see something, you're lingering. Right, bottom right-hand corner of the arch, just the way those two blocks, one's half out and the other one on top of it is nearly fully out. No, the white ones.
Right here.
Yes. It's like they haven't followed the other white ones around the edge.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
See, they've come inside.
Yeah.
Wow. X Factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've seen these before, but look at this. Just ballooning everywhere. And again, this is where you see a lot of your river rock come from, just blown apart, disintegrated out. This shit from something that went through that shit.
You can even see brick on the bottom. I think there's one. Yeah, two.
So he's doing it again.
Yeah.
He's doing it again, Mark. He's just talking about he's gone. He's fucking gone. Oh, mate. Oh.
Yeah, look at that. There you go. You got one brick to the left. You got.
You know what? I should, Mark. I should make him do in the melt tomorrow for after Tuesday. I'm not joking. You see me laughing. I'm not laughing when I said that.
if I'm running like this, I wouldn't mind. I mean, damn, this has been a fabulous stream for me. I've been able to just flow, and if it's fuck.
We noticed, Dean.
This is Dean from a week ago.
Exactly. It's supposed to be Red Brick Secrets, but it's now turned in the melt.
Yeah.
With Fervent Heat.
We're turning it back to Mr. Mark.
Never know what you're gonna get.
You know what? We're giving him an easy night. You see, that's what it is.
Yeah,
giving him an easy night. But which is what
I look forward to this all day, Mark. I just couldn't wait to come into the nest with you, dude.
Oh,
no, y'all make it easy for me, man. I mean, just hanging out with y'all, and I appreciate it. So,
listen, you're welcome, mate. You're welcome. Because really, really and truly, I shouldn't be here. Should let you guys get on with it. Just like I let Mr. Fervent Heat. I won't use any other name. Just like I let Fervent Heat. And it was my fault, really, because I fell asleep. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had to go through all that. I would have just took it off of him. And
I'm glad I did, though, because James came in and you know what? We carried it through and he showed some evidence and I came in and we got to close out the show. And that's what we did.
The replay and James was killer, man. He came in and did that. So
big up Meltology's finest, Mr. James, Mr. Debonair. Yeah. Greatly appreciate you stepping in yesterday, Dean. James, sorry.
Yeah.
While Steve was going through his turmoils, because it was more than once. So a big pat on the back for James for that, because it's always good to help out your fellow Eagle if he's in need.
Yeah,
and it's great that we've got guys who can step in and do that. So more kudos to the Chicken Wing Killer from Manila.
Incredible guy. Incredible.
Yeah. Love James. James is just so cool. So cool. Anyway, I'll shut my mouth wide open. I've got 6 minutes before I'm out the door. That's my 3 hours. Yeah, I only get 3 hours, mate.
All right.
That's instructions from the mafioso.
I get those instructions too.
Exactly, but I adhere to them.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a
you don't. You're sleeping on the sofa tonight, mate.
Well, speak of the devil.
Hey, yeah. You're welcome.
You got him, Mark? Yes.
Great to see you.
Yeah.
Great to see you. How you doing?
Yeah, great show, guys. Great show.
Oh, there you are, bro. Thank you.
I'm sitting back watching you guys.
Oh man, it's great to see you, James. Was just talking about you.
Yeah, I know.
Is that why you come in? He's on the high. Coming on the high.
You couldn't take it
quality.
anymore. He's like, I
can't. I've got to get in there. I've got to get in there. But yeah, I just want to thank you again, James, for jumping in last night and giving.
You know how we do it.
Giving it a hand. It just shows the connections that we've got to each other, and it's a great little thing we've got happening here between us.
Yeah, look at here, you got 3 people in here, so I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy this show. Especially when Dean was doing his doing his evidence, you said, "Hey, Dean, we're not here all night now."
I know. He's been dying to show evidence. He's got a lot of it. So and the thing is, he's going into fine details. So I have to shuffle him along a bit because otherwise it'll be a 6-hour show, and I can't do that.
Mark made it very clear. No, not tonight.
Not tonight, he says.
Exactly. So, but the thing is, if you guys want to continue after I go, it's fine. If you want to continue after Mark goes, it's fine. We know what you guys are like when you start talking. You're not going to finish it until you finish.
I'm going to continue to watch the show.
Exactly.
I'll watch it on the big screen.
Yeah, man, on the big screen. Watch that on the big screen. But it's.
Take my advice though. Like if you're just wanting to chill and watch the Chill Out Zone and start to chat, then they want you in. Come on, Mark, get in here. Come on. I can only get in there for like 10 minutes, but
what a 10 minutes. What a 10 minutes. Quantum says James JJ's picking food out of his teeth.
Got me in the middle of my pizza.
Cool, yeah. See, you caught him. You caught him again. Red-handed. Oh my. I hope it wasn't Domino's anyway.
No. It's the one over here. The local business.
The local Domino, yeah. I like that. I like to give my money to the local shops rather than
yeah. That's what I try to do too. Especially with the pizza, man. It's always better.
Anyway. Yeah, it always does. Tastes better. Better. Be a local pizza shop.
I've been getting pizza there for like 30 years now.
Quantum says, "Haha, pizza! I knew it."
Yeah.
It's all great. It's all great. Anyway, as James is coming in the door, Spartan is bouncing out the door. 3 hours is nearly upon me. And
great evidence. I enjoyed it all.
Epic evidence. Great stuff.
Cool. It's all cool. You guys. Don't worry. It's more's coming, as they say. Guys, I'll be back tomorrow night. Chill Out Zone, 10:30. Please be there if you can be there, and be early for a change. You late lazy cunts.
Putting it nicely,
just putting it nicely, and succinctly, and wrapping it up in a few short words. No, I'm only playing. I'm only joking because I'm in such a good mood. Because the guys are in there, I love them to bits, and it's always a great place. And I wish I could stay longer, but I can't. Otherwise, I'll have time taken away from me tomorrow night, and I don't want that. That's the lick, mate. Yeah, you stay on there 6 hours. You won't be going on tomorre.
You find
6 hours.
Yes,
6 hours is two nights.
Yeah.
So as I say, I always bend to the will of the family and stuff, and and take their advice. You got to, haven't you? You got to live with these people. Exactly. It's not only, listen, I like my home comforts. I live with my food and shit. You know what I mean? I can't be messing with the restaurant food, mate. No way. Listen, I'm doing what I'm told so I can get that food. If you got any sense, you'd know. Anyway, listen, guys, I'm out. Mark, fantastic. Hope you enjoyed your stream. Don't let these two run riot. Have some control because it's your stream. Remember, have some control.
It always gets out of control when we're on.
Of course. I mean, it's always good. It's always good. James, great to see you. I couldn't stop a bit
likewise,
longer.
Likewise.
Maybe tomorrow night you'll be able to get on a little bit earlier. We should see.
Yes, sir. Yes.
See, I'm just gagging to see your evidence. So maybe tomorrow night.
I didn't have much. I've been working on it today. So.
All right, cool. Well, I've been working. I put 2 videos up.
Yeah. You've been busy.
Yeah. But I won't be doing that too often. You know what I mean? It'll be just one, maybe every couple of days. But because I had the evidence there, and I knew I was going to come on the stream, I wanted to get the videos out before I showed the evidence on the stream, like I told you, for obvious reasons. You know, so now if you want to see the stuff, you see it on YouTube. It's got my watermark on it. It's got my logo. You can't be going to tell people that you're the first to show this or show that. And the way the evidence has been coming down, it's going to be it's going to be a lot more of the same. I've just got this feeling. I've just hit this vein of finding stuff, you know, in quite weird places. But it's still, I still managed to get the evidence in. And after I've done the video, the next port of call is the stream, and it's normally on the same day. So, and you'll all understand why I'm doing it that way, through obvious stuff that's been going on. Anyway, on that note, Dino, I'll try and give you a ring tomorrow before you hit work.
Cool.
Probably an early coffee and a wake and bake session. As we like to do.
Well, if I can hook up with my reload tonight, we'll see. But I'll be up and I'll have my coffee.
How's that weather now, Dean?
He needs the Wellington.
It was loud earlier.
He needs the Wellington.
Yeah, it's tapered off. Man.
Oh man, fucking hell! And then you was talking about
I got sunshine out there.
Yeah, we had sunny today. So
yeah, he's getting what I got last night. So
well, here on the East Coast, we get a real high humidity, and that brings on the storms. So
yeah. Got to watch out for that. I'll be Dorothy saying bye to Kansas. Anyway, it's Spartan Red saying bye now. Anyway, take care of yourselves. I'll be back tomorrow night, guys. I'll get in contact with. I'll send a link and set the stream up now as normal. See you all tomorrow. Take care, Eli Crew. Love you. Brick love.
Brick love.
brother.
see you.
Spartan Red out.
Yeah, we got great weather right now, but all we need is one of them planes to fly by, start spraying. You know how that is.
They're at it all day yesterday here, and I'm like, yeah, it's gonna rain tomorrow.
Yeah.
And tornadoes. We had a lot of tornadoes around here yesterday.
Oh wow. Yeah.
But so James, you want to show anything tonight, or are you just chilling, or what?
No, I'm just gonna kick back. I don't even have anything to show. It's all still in my phone, nothing loaded up. Still editing pics and putting them together. I heard you guys talking my name. Thought I'd jump in real quick.
Take my advice: don't try to do anything on your phone.
Gotcha.
Right.
Well, I guess I'll step into my evidence that I have.
Okay.
Some boots.
Nice.
Were you done, Dean? I guess.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Yeah, it was great evidence, Dean.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it flowed a lot better tonight.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, I was like, okay, you must got your system fixed. You were.
I got something fixed.
That's great.
Yeah.
Let's see. Start off with just a couple of memes here. Now I looked at this picture and I was like, I'm really confused. What the hell's going on right there?
Yeah.
I gotta hide this. There we go.
We love you too, Nancy.
Why the world do I hang out with these guys? Because we love you. That's why.
Yeah, did y'all see the woman that won the swimming thing the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of the same scenario right here.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Normal. Okay, whatever you say.
Yeah.
I enjoy looking at my computer in the morning because I want to see where I stand. Oh, okay, Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah, see what's on tomorrow.
Exactly.
This is one of my favorite dives right here. Dodging everything. We dodge everything. The Jabaruni, even Ukraine.
Yeah.
Ole.
Yeah. This is great Princess Amidala. This
Okay.
is the new one. Look at that. I just found that interesting. Same setup. I don't know when this picture is from. Asian. Looks like somewhere.
Oh yeah, she's yeah.
Got to be some. Well, I say got to be. There's no telling the narrative behind the person, but same kind of style there.
Yeah.
Nothing new under the sun. I mean, all the movies, everything, they're all from here.
Yeah.
All right, so I did some boots recently, and we're going to Ashland, Alabama. Alabama.
Some bammer.
Hence the word Ashland. That's kind of funny. Ashland.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is government building. I think it's the courthouse. Domes. And this you can't see from this perspective, but man, this goes almost 2 or 3 stories, from this level up. It's just at a bad angle, and you can't see how huge this centerpiece is.
Yeah.
And they probably repurposed it, obviously, spots or whatever, but definitely a old world building. And across the street's where I'm going. I'm going to show you this picture first. All of it's all the same structure that I'm showing, but here the separation. And what is this?
Yeah.
Bricks.
Exactly. Yeah.
From here to here.
Yeah.
Heat, big time heat coming from the bottom. Got it swirling here. And this all, when you touch, this is all like rock. All this stuff. But just in case anybody had any, doubts that this is not really this, but right below it, you can even see the mortar lines here, and these are just churned bricks.
Yeah. And you see any state capital you go to, you'll see that, and a lot of these infrastructures are built on that same pancaking red brick. Just like that.
Yeah. So right across the street from it. Now I pass by this a lot, and I think what they did is pan this way. Well, on the right-hand side, they might have torn the wall down, and that's why you see all these bricks. This wall right here, but they have covered. That's what I'm thinking, because it's been like this forever.
Okay.
Why am I echoing? Let's see. Okay, it's gone. I'm just showing the building across the street, columns, and actually the other side is longer. And you got to think, so this is located in the middle of nowhere, basically. I mean, there's obviously people around it now, but back when they were supposed to be building all this stuff, there's nobody.
Right.
And even to get here, it's about 15 miles from anything. You just go country road, house every now and then.
Yeah. Look at that.
They had it blocked off because they're working on it, and I didn't want to go in there just because. But yeah, just to compare.
Look at that.
This is all under this little town, city, what they call slate and rock. It's just melted brick.
Wow.
You know, you got to think to yourself, look, nobody's going to build if you have all this brick, right? And there's a shitload of it, apparently, all around this whole square town. You're never going to build it on top of this,
No.
for one. They've done work here. I think this is wood. They've cut this. Now, the other side of this structure, it's a store. I haven't been in it, but it's old, you know, so I don't know what it looks like inside, but obviously they have power and stuff. So there's going to be wires and whatever stuff added to this, but
Yeah.
let's see if this is running. Is this running pretty smooth or is it kind of skipping?
You look like you're running pretty well.
Let me pause it real quick.
It does stop a little bit sometimes, and then, but
Yeah.
the pics are great clarity.
Bricks everywhere.
Mhm.
And when you, so this certain building, you'll have this same kind of mortar look, and then of course it goes all in here. A lot of it's been cooked out, but you do have changing colors, more cooked out.
Right.
Looks to me. And I'll just let this play because I got some pictures I want to run through.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, man. And you can see here, looks like electrical heat, the black through all this right here, straight line. I'll get a closer video and some pictures of this right here, which anybody else passing, whatever, say they might fill this in, but this wasn't filled in. And I don't think any of this was showing 2 months ago because I passed by it and I didn't see any of it. I don't know what they've done. I don't know what was here. It might have been a floor. I don't know. All this mortar spitting out. Different color brick, different heat. You got your black up there, charred. And on the left, so I've got a video on the left side of this where it turns left, where I'm standing. There's more of this slate and brick. I couldn't get a close shot of it though. But it goes under this whole town. It continues. It'll go left this way and then 90 degree where I'm standing, and it just keeps going. Let's go. Well, this is what I'm talking about here. So this is where I'm standing here, and all this just continues to all the other shops and stuff. There's brick here and then slate towards the back, which you can't see. I got a short shot of it, I think, in my next video. Let's go to the next one. This is just oh no, this is the video. Sorry. Thought it was a picture. So this is the other side of it. Just all kind of different transitioning of the brick. And you have pockets like this that survive.
Evidence. It's called evidence.
Yep. And there's no telling what they say. I mean, this town's supposedly not that old. It's like 18. I say not that old. I mean, it's still in the 1800s, but I mean, I don't see this much anywhere. where they claim that, oh, they just did this and then they put brick on top of it. But
Exactly.
and another way to tell old world buildings right off is how many layers of bricks they have. There's never just one layer, at least 3 to 4 for just a wall.
Tower to the dome.
Oh, let me go back. Let me pause that. Okay, now I can't blow this up, but you see what's down here. Mostly brick, and then it turns that slatey look towards the bottom, even lower than the right side here. Goes all the way left until you can't see it anymore. But even the color here, you got gray and the red, dark red, and all kind of colors here. Just different heat. I gotta push play. Let's see. This is the last video, then I'll just cruise through some pics. Cooked out brick here. Here. You can just tell it's all X Factor. I mean, because
Oh yeah.
you're not going to lay brick, long ways for rows and rows, and then all of a sudden you get tiny little bricks, and then, it's just X Factor.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they do repurpose them, so there's might be some things in there. Like this, all this is cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Cooked out. Let's go to the next one. There's just some shots I can do close-ups on. Always just try to find between, the rock and the brick, what's going on.
Right. Well, you can see that you can kind of follow the heat transfer, if you will. You got your block brick underneath there, and you see the muffed up stuff in between it just cooked. Your mortar melting out, and your brick starting to change there. So you kind of you think about that dispersion of energy from the X Factor coming through there. You can follow these melt paths through some of this stuff and see the flow.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that.
And, first glance, even when I looked at it for the first time, I'm like, oh, they added this in there. No. You know why? One thing, you can tell from the bottom, this is all matching this.
Mm-hmm.
Turn the brick, more heat's down here. It just didn't happen. And I think, at least towards the bottom, these are just the shell, the outside of the brick, because behind it, you can see it. Slatey, rocky. But all this coming over, it's like we see anywhere. It's like on the mountains, the staining or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Same scenario.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just the other side of that building.
Right.
Being fidgety with me. Let's see. Let's get to the next one.
Oh yeah.
Other shot of the other side. They probably added all this in here, obviously. Just the compression. This is all cooked. So it just stopped. The heat stopped here, and you would never build like that anyway.
Well, that's a downhill slope from the back part to the front. So you see that tapering.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, Dean. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, brother.
Oh, I'll just say, the brick plate's melting into the melt, and it's just your brick flood.
Great shots, man. Brilliant evidence. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there's not too many of these kind of buildings that are just basically half and half. But and then you look at the other side, and like I said, you see these different colors. You got gray, white. This is your stucco, whatever, cement on top of it. But you can see here, look what the brick's doing. It's completely melted. There's a front side of it. Looks like all these holes. You're right. You just got to look. And walking by these things too today, and say 5 years ago, I mean, if you really pay attention to the detail of the brick, the walls, or the mountains, or the rock, it won't take you long to see it.
Exactly.
And these bricks back here, melted. This back here, they probably put that on. I don't know what they're doing. This is just like a walkway here, which I think it's just this is X Factor brick down here too. No telling what they're doing with it. Let's see. Let's go to the next one. This is a clear.
Nice Werner ladder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably
nice ladder.
$350 ladder.
Yeah, I went here twice to video and take pictures. Once on a Friday and Monday, and nobody's in there working. Ladder and broom still there.
Wow.
They must work for the state.
Yeah.
You can see your this black line goes all the way across this place. Probably electrical heat.
It's scorched.
Yeah.
Mortar snod.
Brick just cooked out. Excuse me, cooked out right here. The separation around here. But this was not added. Of course, these wires that goes into the building to the right. But none of that was added. That's just X Factor. First, like on the back side, there was actually a big space, which they do today. They just put cinder blocks in it, and then just make it as good as you can.
Right.
You can tell, you can mortar the cinder blocks in there. They don't put brick in it. They stuff it with cinder blocks, and then if they want to make it look good, they just put whatever on top of the cinder blocks. Most cases is what I've seen.
Yeah.
And even this, I'm thinking even this stucco-ish. This is original. The stuff never changes color too. It's the stuff that you see that's weathered all the time. It's supposed to be really old and it stays white or stays a certain color. It's not getting weathered. And it's probably been X Factored.
Yeah.
It's kind of a blurry. Is that the last one?
Knowledge says, sleep when I can doesn't happen often. Insomnia turns me into Tyler Durden instead of Fight Club. I'm in the Melt Club. The first rule of Melt Club is to tell everybody about Melt Club. Yeah. Exactly.
Absolutely. Knowledge. Yep. Tell everybody. They'll eventually listen if they want to. I'm getting towards the end. It's just another shot more up towards the upper end of the structure. But some people would probably think, okay, they just they put this black stuff here to seal it or whatever. No, this is all brick melt, all rock, slate, turned to slate. That's just where, in this particular spot, that's where the X Factor stopped with the major heat. It still got all damaged. And they painted this bullshit on there. Just another shot. Goes on down. You know, this is level. These bricks level, and then it just goes into the ground, which is all building further down.
I see off to the right, you got that metal panel on the walkway, and that's an access down below.
Oh, right here. Yeah.
Right side. Yeah. In Portland, actually, you've probably seen it, James. They've got the underground Portland, and in the sidewalks, you see these big square panels like that all over the place because you can open them up and go underneath the fucking.
Yeah, someone got like a little high, like elevator lift or whatever you want to call it, electric lift, motorized.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these are everywhere, actually, especially around this area. All the hilly areas, there's melted buildings. And that was it.
Nice.
Great stuff, Mark.
If I can get out of here.
Very good.
Thank you.
You know, you can see that kind of stuff wherever you're at. Shit, right across over here through this parking lot, there's a huge fucking old world building. It's all brick. It's about 5 stories tall, and you can tell there's half windows down at the bottom that are closed up. I can tell that the brick is textured. They painted the shit out of it red, but I can still tell the texturing underneath. It's that kind of a building right there.
You know? Yeah. And what's funny is those big the courthouses or whatever, those big buildings in the middle, they all have basements, of course, and they have like the sign on it. What is it? Not a nuke zone, but a storm, not a storm shelter, but a
fallout shelter.
Fallout shelter. Yeah, that's all they have around here. Everywhere I go, every post office, whatever government, old world building, they've got fallout shelter. I guess that's their excuse for why they had to dig down like another story or two, whatever's down there in those buildings. You know, it's just.
Well, they need those. They need those spots when they see the torches and pitchforks coming. They need to go hide somewhere.
Yeah. And the big old world churches, they all have basements. And then even ask, older people or whatever, say my father-in-law, the Depression, they had to build it like that to put all the food, store all the food down there so they had food. And I'm like,
they had all that food in the Depression. Hell, it ain't Depression. I ain't got nothing to fucking eat. Let's spend money. It's the Depression, huh?
Right. I mean,
like that.
Instead of digging down, can't you just build up and then store it there? Why do you got to dig down? It just makes no sense.
It sure doesn't, especially it's the Depression. Let's start digging. What?
Yeah. I'm tired, man. I need some food.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna store all the food down there. What food?
Yeah.
We're gonna buy it all.
Just crazy narratives. Well, guys, I guess you all want to wrap it up, or
it's up to you, Bubba. I'm all out of evidence for tonight.
Yeah, we're at about 3.5 hours here, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up.
Okay.
See, we'll check the check. You've been doing a good job on the chat over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just I'll start with you, James. Last words.
Well, like I said, I just rolled in, man. Catch you guys at the end. Hang out, show some support. Watch the chat, chill in the chat. And anyway, it's been fun. You guys did a great show tonight. And the chat's been on fire. So Eagle Eye Crew, everyone have a wonderful night, and I'll be back tomorrow to show some evidence.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll not be watching.
Please like, share, subscribe. You guys know all the subs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
if not, Dina, tell them to you right now.
Yeah.
Melted Red Brick University. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah. All right, what do you say, old Dino?
Donate if you can. Our melted reality mark right there. Red Brick Secrets, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Red
Loved
Brick
it, Mark.
Secrets.
Loved it. And chat, some newbies out there, subs, welcome. Welcome. Thanks for hanging in there with us. Hope to see you again tomorrow night. Other than that, a few mods out there. I'll be reaching out to you, talking to you. You know who you are. But Brick love everybody. Mark, thank you. Spartan, thank you. James, fucking love you, dude. Thank you for last night.
Hey, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great
That was
time.
killer,
Like
that was
always.
killer, James. Yeah, that was great. I didn't catch it on till the replay, but you had it going on.
Yeah, we couldn't do the marathon because his thing wasn't working. So hey, we did what we could do. So
Yeah. Right on. I just want to thank Spartan for everything, for putting this stream together, like he always does. Just a hard at it, great soul. Love him to death. He's great. Thanks, Dean. Your evidence was killer. Obviously, again, thanks for hanging out with me, man. I love hanging out with y'all. James, obviously, love you, bro, and thanks for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody in the chat, man, thanks for hanging out. Quantum, Derv, Knowledge, man. Keep doing your thing. Y'all gotta check his channel out. Definitely. I mean, he's doing it just about every day.
Yeah, he has a real nice morning vibe. Sometimes you guys catch him if he's doing one.
Right.
Yeah, he made me late to work
Lincoln
today,
Big vibe. So yeah.
Between him and Yoka, man, I'm late to work a lot. They tend to put it up around right when I'm supposed to be leaving or at work.
Yeah, I had to put Knowledge on the cell phone yesterday, and I had about an hour drive to work, and every now and then I try and take a text, and then when I came to a complete stop on the freeway, try to get something in real quick. Get to my job and plug them in, sitting there watching them while I'm underneath the sink.
Right.
Put the earpiece in. Get my morning fix.
That's right. Melted brick fix.
You probably wonder why every time somebody would say something, I would respond like 45 minutes later, like,
yeah,
I'm driving. Shit.
Yeah, can't text and drive, man. Like I said at the beginning of the show, of course, they're all the links are there. But Tartarian Meltdown, Yoakum, watch his documentary. Deborah, Chaput, Knowledge, like I said, Mountains Are Melted Brick Buildings, which Chaput started. Check that out, and also check out Melted Red Brick University that Spartan started. Great groups. They're huge now. It's 3,000 plus, whatever, between the groups. And there's people out there just coming out with just incredible stuff, and Boots, which I'm a fan of. So I'm a fan of all of it, but good stuff coming out. I guess that's it, guys. Love everyone, and hope everyone has a great night. And thanks for tuning in. And there will be more, and obviously there'll be one tomorrow night. I think Spartan put that on you, Dean. So
no, he said he was going to pick it up tomorrow night, but
okay,
yeah.
He was just playing with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, great to see you. See y'all in the next one. One love to everybody, and
one
peace
love,
out.
Brick love, man.
Brick love. Peace out.
Peace out, man.
Out. All right.
Wow. It's you and me, brother. Mark said I'm out of here. Wait a minute.
He didn't close out yet.
We're still up. Okay. Yeah. We're still here, crew. Holy shit. I love it, man.
What's up, everyone? Eagle Eye Crew.
Yeah, man. That's how we are. But yeah, Mark's out of here, Spartan's out of here, and if I'm going to have any luck with my reload tonight, I got to get out of here too. So. I got to have it, man. But James, again, thanks for last night. Love you much. Oh, wait, here comes Mark.
I think I hit the wrong button.
Welcome back.
Hey, man. Is this Tuesday? Is this Thursday or Friday? Like I exit out and then I look at my phone. I'm like, oh wait.
Yeah, you got to go to the top right corner, brother.
I'm like, well, hell, maybe they want to show some shit or something. I guess we'll try it again. And which the hell?
Yeah, go to the. You got the top right corner in broadcast, right?
Yeah.
You got to click it once and then click it again.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Leanne? What's up? I'm glad I came back in. Yeah. Great to see you. Great to see you.
Brilliant.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna end it for real this time.
All right, guys.
Like I said before, one love, Brick Love, and
Brick Love, take two.
And I might come back for number 3. See y'all guys. Love you.
Oh man, love y'all.
All right. Brick Love.
Yes. Yes.